Today's a mediocre time with Tom and Dan. It's brought to you by.
Come on.
You know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing.
Elevate Fun in Sanford. It's in Seminole Town Center Mall. If you're looking to beat the heat,
man.
It's the old Sears in the Seminole Town Center.
Yeah.
It's
thousands of square feet of air conditioning.
125,000 square foot, 2-story facility. They got electric go-karts on the bottom. Super fast electric go-karts.
Yeah, they're awesome. I think if you make 3 rounds, they even rounds around the track, they bump up the speed a little bit.
There's laser tag down there as well.
Claw games, every video game you can think of for prizes. You can get tickets. They have axe throwing. They have a what did the kids love? Oh, is the ropes course?
The ropes course is amazing. That's my son's favorite thing. Plus a full bar and restaurant there with good food. You don't have to have just some cold pizza.
And don't freak out. You're under the ropes course, so you can sit there. I mean, if you are a little, you're weird about letting the kids roam. I mean, you can sit right under them and watch them if you want to.
Yeah, you can go to the restaurant, have some drinks, some food, and the ropes course is right there. Watch your kids play all day in the ropes course because they could be up. Like my sons have been up there half an hour just on the ropes course.
It's pretty darn big, and there's
mini golf, full bowling alley. We're not talking
about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many lanes, but it's a dozen or so.
Yeah, you'll see it as soon as you walk in. There's just something for everybody there. Even if you just want to go, even if you bring grandma, she can just sit around.
Gigantic arcade with prizes if the kids want to do that. But more importantly, it's just in air conditioning, and also you can get.
It's true. Even if you're going to do something in Sanford, let's say you go to you do a little Sanfording, right, with the family.
Box,
you get a little hollow box. You get overheated. Not a bad idea to go hey, we didn't eat dinner. Let's zip over to Elevate, cool down, play some games, ride some go-karts, and then go home.
Yep, and you can get 15% off using our code. Yep. So you can find that on the BDM page, on our social media. It's all out there. It's elevatefun.com.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your mediocre time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is another one of these Friday free shows of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, and I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hey.
Brendan O'Connor's on his way.
On his way. I like Samantha's in. Did you like that? I like that. Hey, I like that.
We got a full house today.
We do. Hey, make some noise. No, don't do that. Tom hates that. Tom hates that. Don't make any noise. Tom hates that. Give me a hell yeah. Yeah, he really hates that.
We have the winners to the Hourglass Trivia Contest
we do indeed.
that we did during our beer release here for a pizza party. And we want to thank Ailstone for providing the pizza today.
Delicious pizza.
And
50% off, I believe, weekdays, Monday through Thursday, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah.
You can slide through there and...
I think for the lunch hours.
For the lunch hours, yeah. Lunch hours only. You slide through there and get some deliciously valued pizza.
And Rick, what was her name? The lady,
Miss Mary?
Miss Mary?
Miss Holly. Oh, God.
God damn it. Holly. I knew
Thanks,
it.
Holly.
Well, you say Merry Christmas when you're underneath the holly.
Also,
there it is.
We have new merch at tomanddan.com. We've got these bucket hats, the super dad hats.
The floppy dad hats. I like those.
We also have regular hats, 2 new shirts, cooling towels, a bunch of other things, and our discount, or like kind of blowout sale ends tomorrow. So there's a bunch
blowout
of stuff.
sale.
Yeah. I've never enjoyed the term blowout sale. I've never liked it.
I love it.
It reminds me of diarrhea.
I hate liquidation.
That was a new term
That's
for
diarrhea
me.
too.
Like that was a new term for me. The blowout. Like I only learned that when I had a baby. I think I think Crystal actually told me because you guys had a blowout at Mellow Mushroom one time. I think Tommy.
Whoa.
I think Tommy shat up his back. He was like,
That's
"Boom!"
Yeah.
And then I was like, "What?" And then you guys said I had a blowout, and I always thought tires. You know, like I don't think I ever thought diaper.
Well,
I didn't know it could blow out the legs, but it can. It can blow out the legs.
It can.
It can blow out the legs.
So I was on social...
Sorry, I said that during plugs.
I was on social media, and I saw that Tiffany was having a band perform at Salty Sisters.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, we know them, True Phonic.
Yeah.
And
we saw them out at Cafe Da Vinci when we had the meetup out there.
And I think, and this is a compliment to them, I believe their set was 4 hours long or something crazy. They played their asses off and were so good.
So they're going to be at Salty Sisters on Saturday, and then it reminded me, I'm like, oh, we should talk to Tiffany because I got some things I want to talk to her about.
I got some things I want.
That she may not know
Wait a minute,
is
is this
happening
where
in
you do the
social
airing
media.
of the gripes?
No,
You can't air the
it?
gripes.
No, it's not gripes.
You're not married to Tiffany. You can't criticize my lovely friend.
No, I just want to talk to Tiffany about the new age of social media influencers and what she missed out on.
Why would Tiffany want to talk to an old man about social media?
Well, all she does is work all the time. She doesn't know what's going on in social
probably
media.
at work right now. Why are we bothering? She's probably prepping.
I had to tell you about it, old man.
She's probably prepping hamburgers right now and fixing for the day at the bar, and you're interrupting her.
Tiffany Martin's on the line. How you doing, Tiffany?
We are calling her right at the lunch hour.
I know.
What are you doing?
Yeah, right now she's trying to
Slinging burgers.
crack the whip on her employees.
So, real quick, Tiffany, Salty Sisters, True Phonics playing on Saturday. They also have a bunch of bands that come through Salty Sisters all the time. Just follow them on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way. Facebook, Instagram, it's all there.
It's the best place in Cocoa Beach to grab a burger and see a band. The two B's. Just go and do it.
I agree.
All right. So now to the real thing I want to talk to you because
I know there's all...
get down to business.
Tiff, you don't miss this. You never miss the old hoodwink where he
it's not a
calls you. He's
hoodwink.
like, I called to plug your band, but hey, I'm just going to pull you into...
Sounds like another host I know.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's
Get
trying
outta
to
here.
drag you into some stupid fucking radio bit.
Well, no. Well, this all ties in.
Oh, yeah, it always ties in.
It never does.
And then the benevolent conductor sits back with his arms crossed. He's like, I'm a kingmaker. I'm a
come on.
kingmaker.
I make talent.
I'm Mitch McConnell, the kingmaker.
Tom texts me, okay, so I see True Phonic is playing. Can we call you at 12 tomorrow to talk about True Phonic? I said, okay, that sounds great. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's 30 seconds and, okay, now what I really want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you love me?
No.
Will you and your husband swing with me?
Why would you say it? Come on.
No, sounds like
kids.
something you'd say.
No, that's...
You both have kids. That's even playing field.
So Tiffany, how familiar are you with the internet?
Wow.
I mean, I go on it. You know what's interesting is...
Is this an old
What is
vaudeville?
happening?
They just did like a Abbott Costello. How familiar are you with the internet? Well, I'll tell you, I go on it.
There is two things that...
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry.
She's got to do actual work, Tom.
Yeah, I apologize. I had something playing in the background by accident.
So I'm really into that chat... what's it called? Chat?
GPT?
What is it called?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't know what it's called.
This is female Tom.
Well, this is why I want
to talk to the computer and it gives you a bunch of stuff. GPT? Is it GPT?
Yeah. See, Tiffany,
I'm into that.
PPTT.
yeah, it's
I'm into
no.
that, which I feel like
Abort.
is like new age.
No,
And then the other thing I'm into is, and that's only because Brevard County, like if you live in LA, nobody even goes on Facebook. None of my family out in LA go on Facebook. It's all TikTok. And out here still, it's all Facebook. Like, I don't know about Orlando.
Yeah, we're
but
like...
Brevard County is definitely still
Brevard
in it.
County.
Well,
They're behind the times.
Brevard County's like turning a cruise ship. You know, like, it's going to be...
So, I mean, I mainly promote on Facebook just because I've tried the other... social media platforms, if you will, and it just doesn't get the same pop that Facebook does in this area. So
She's using wrestling terms, too. Not the same pop, the gimmick.
And this is why this is perfect
handshake
to explain to Tiffany about a new phenomenon that we found.
Sam. Another host that doesn't give anyone credit on the show.
It is a normal radio host will listen to his producer. The producer gives him an idea.
I found this.
And then in the promo meeting with the talent, which is Tiffany, he will say, I have an idea for you that I came up with. Yeah, I see what he's doing.
Sam told me about a new TikTok trend that's happening, and it blew my goddamn mind. It was yesterday on ACT, if you want to listen to it. It was the funniest thing I ever heard. So Tiffany, because it instantly, after we watched this and did this segment yesterday, it made me think of how Tiffany was born 15 years too early. Because, like, Tiffany's one of the hardest working grinders I know.
Yeah, true businesswoman.
That is a grinder and is driven like crazy, right?
She will stop at nothing to be a success, and that's why she's always successful.
And she'll do it the hard way, which is like, she
wants the right way. She'll build it out right. She'll take, she'll learn the correct way to do things. She'll get the right permits.
Maybe that's not the good way, though. Like, the hard way just takes longer.
Yeah, but you don't cut corners. Like, you get the right permits. Like me and Tom, we call some guy, he does it in the middle of the night, and then it gets torn down because we get fined. You do the get right permits. You do it right.
All I know is that I've seen, like, when Tiffany wanted to get in the entertainment business 20 years ago, she had to intern for some radio station. Yeah. That was the only way.
Oh my God.
And then you had to have a bunch of perverted fatzos who sexually harassed her.
Putting you in a...
Wait a minute.
If I remember correctly...
For $0.
Yeah, for $0. The first week she was there, we had to haze her, and I believe what I did for her is I dressed her as... Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
These are the times I don't like to relive.
Okay, yeah. It was terrible.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. Just like a true host, he brought it up, and just like a true host, I went along with it.
You're trying to get me to cry again. It's been 20 years.
Come on.
Jesus Christ.
But Tiffany...
I'm just kidding.
I know. Tiffany's hard as hell, too.
Don't you tell her how she is.
And but now there's this new thing, Tiffany, that's called NPC on TikTok, and it's attractive. Like, I guess it's not all attractive ladies, but I guess the most popular ones
are.
It
helps if you are.
But it's young hot chicks. I say young, like in their early 20s, and they dress up maybe like a cosplay, some of them or whatever, and then all they do is do weird sound effects and do like okay. Let's play an example.
I got one for you. Okay, here's the one that Tom loves.
By the way, this looks like a young Tiffany. By the way, this reminded me of.
All right, is that why you want to watch it?
Yeah.
Jesus,
I'm just saying. That's
less is more here. Less is more here. You don't need to explain it. You just
watch what she does.
Okay, here.
That was spicy. By the way, you guys, if anyone sends me a galaxy, I say whoop the cute way. Yum. Roses, yum.
There you go.
So you just act like a weirdo, and then
you act like a video.
You act like
video game character.
And you go hang, hum, hum.
Yes.
And you go like, oh yes, hot dog, yummy, yum.
Roses.
Tiffany.
I mean, Asian people should be so mad at this, but apparently they're not. They're not mad about it. But I think all of them are making fun.
So this is what's happening right now.
Tiffany, this is the hottest trend.
Tiffany. Up to $7,000 a day. She's making doing this.
$7,000 a day.
She's making that much money.
Yeah.
$7,000 tips.
Did you hear that? You just blew Tiffany's apron off.
I thought you meant hits.
No. $7,000 a day, Tiffany. And then when I heard that, it blew my goddamn wig off. And then all I could think about is how hard Tiffany had to work and how much work and grind Tiffany had to do. And then the new Tiffany's of the world, 7,000.
Another NTC on live.
Sorry.
You just sound
sliding in there and using the internet
just
to become rich.
That's just the world, right? Because back, our parents didn't have to work as hard as we are, right? Or I'm sorry, the opposite.
Well,
like we're sitting here talking on a podcast,
Like that. And, do I even send my kid to VPK? Or if we're just doing sound effects?
You can get rich with your kids now, Tiff.
I mean, Tiff, you are going to have to, they do, wear...
You could be like Kris Jenner and just work off your kids.
They wear, really, not super revealing.
We can't do this now. Now, Tiffany's got kids, and then she's a businesswoman.
Then why did you even want to tell her this?
No, because I
rub it in her face.
Feel bad?
Oh, my God, man.
Exactly. He wants to make me feel bad that I picked the harder life.
No.
You're the bad bad one, man.
This wasn't an option 20 years ago, Tiff.
And I wanted you to know that.
Now this is what it could have been.
Super saturated, like the podcast world.
Oh, get him.
Oh, wow.
Get him.
I don't know. I'm just saying it could have been so easy. Like imagine
We could have had it all just like Bogey and McCall.
You didn't have to do the makos and this whole thing and the bar owners. You could have just done the sound effect. 7,000 a day, and then you didn't have to go anywhere. You just have to be in front of the computer.
I tell anybody I know, like any young girls that I know that they're like working hard. I'm like, there's this thing called OnlyFans.
Don't tell your servers.
If I would have done OnlyFans on the radio, I wouldn't have even had to like really, do anything like they do.
Yeah.
I could have just brought the cam into the radio show and just, man.
Oh, it would have been. Could you
Now
imagine?
you got her doing it. Great job, buddy.
Tiffany, could you imagine with the popularity back then if you would have done OnlyFans and you don't even have to do nudity or anything? It just have been bathing suit pics, and you would have been making,
I like how sleazy this sounds.
10, 20,000 a month.
You wouldn't even have to be naked, just bathing suit pants. That sounds so great, right? Right? I've always wanted to say that to someone. Hey, Sam, you don't even need to be nude, just bathing
He has said that to me before.
Oh.
Come on.
Why you gotta bring that up?
Yeah. His muse changes week to week.
What I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll go and do the sound effects somewhere with the weird thing. I'll watch a couple of videos so I can copy them exactly.
Yeah.
I'll wear the outfit. I'll send you the video, Tom, and then you can be my agent and take a cut because I don't even have TikTok or anything. So you have to kind of do everything.
Hold on. I think you're going to want to defer to the guy that isn't just going to keep it in his secret file. Yeah.
Tiffany, I'll forget about this, and then you'll send me that video.
And you think you're seducing him.
It'll pop up on Saturday.
And he'll be like, oh, my God, Tiffany's leaving her family for me.
No. My wife and then you'll be like, what the hell is this? Tiffany, like,
Hello, good.
I don't even think it's possible to, even if Tiffany did that, I don't think
you can do it with a straight face, Tiff.
Well, you couldn't.
I can't. Well,
you're going to have to practice.
Man, I think I'm too old. I'm 38.
No, you're not too old. You're pretty enough.
I just had my 20-year class reunion at Salty Sisters.
And no offense, but you look the best. So to anyone, I'm just saying you look great. You would be able to dominate, but I think you're too much of a serious, real business person to lower yourself
That's
to getting
a young woman's game.
And this is if you got nothing else going on, I say do it. No, I'm saying she could do it. I just don't think she can keep a straight face. Because she's a serious business person that has to order like the inventory for her restaurant. That's a different animal.
What if I sat there thinking the whole time, this is for $7,000?
Exactly.
I could probably make that happen.
Okay, I hope you can.
Yeah, but that's the top people doing this. Like, I feel like everybody else.
Now you're discouraging my goal.
I'm just saying the fad is already passed already. This is all old news.
Again, we call you, we tell it to you, then Tom swoops in to say,
you called me to ruin my dream.
Yeah, I can't do it.
So, Tiffany, tell us about hosting your high school reunion at Salty Sisters, because I did see that.
God.
And what made you even do that?
Okay, well, first of all, they weren't even going to do a 20-year class reunion at all, and I didn't go to the 10-year, and I was like, hey, wait a minute. I have a restaurant. I'm about to get a lot of sales here if I bring in 500 people from my class, which our class was only 400, so I figured, okay, somebody brings, a date or a husband or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, at first, not that many people were RSVPing. So I talked to, the president, the president and the vice president and all that.
Oh, I thought you talked to Joe Biden. She's like, who? Where am I?
Well, they never do. Apparently, it's always up to, whoever kind of wants to at that point in their life. And so I was like, listen, I'll host it. But I assumed they were kind of going to do some stuff. Well, that didn't happen. So I basically did the whole thing. I did, the cake. I did the DJ, and I did the whole thing. But it's okay because we made it back, at the restaurant. Nice. But I'll tell you what, have you guys ever been to your 20-year class reunion? Anybody?
I did, yeah.
Mine is next year.
Yeah, I went to mine.
Mine happened in COVID in 2020.
Gotcha. Well, it is seriously probably one of the most bizarre experiences of my life. I'm not even joking. I haven't seen any of these people in 20 years. So looking at their faces, seeing them so much different, from 20 years ago. It's a weird, bizarre thing that
it's
I wasn't
gross,
expecting.
right?
It's like time travel.
It's gross.
I like to use the word different.
Yeah. I'll say it. I'll
years.
say it. It was gross, and all of the people, like, their teeth were falling out.
No.
And a lot of them were divorced, and on their second or third marriage. Like, it was a rough go.
It's just 20 years of Florida sun damage.
I enjoyed it.
All of them.
Tiff, did you enjoy it because you did it, and then afterwards you were like, woo? I didn't.
No, man, I had so much fun, but I did black out at 10:30.
So you didn't do it. I was very judgmental in mine.
Which I hate that I blacked out because I'm like, damn it, I really wanted to, like, stay and, like, send off with a bang. But the next day, because my sister put me in the car and came over, and she actually stayed the night so she could get up with my kids, which I think is, like, Super Sister of America award. And so we wake it up and we're talking on the couch, and she's like, yeah, you gave a speech. And I was like, no, I didn't give a speech.
Oh, Tom gives speeches.
Yes.
Tom gives speeches and he gets blackout drunk.
I love giving blackout drunk speeches.
Yeah, and they usually involve the C word for girl parts.
I gave a speech, blacked out, don't remember it. There was lap dances. I mean, everybody got a lap dance.
Wait a minute, you gave a speech and you gave everyone a lap dance? I feel like
other people.
This is
I didn't
greatest.
give lap dances. I saw the videos and I wasn't one of the ones giving lap dances.
I think more people would go to the reunion.
Yeah, like if you told me that
there's one guy, he's like, hey, Cocoa Beach 2003. Let me motivate you.
I'm like, Sam Party.
Tiffany's giving lap
Hey, rub it on me. Did you see
There
that
were
teacher?
2 fights, like physical fist fights
Oh,
about
man.
things that happened in high school.
Oh, yes.
My wife gave
Yeah,
you lap
20-year-old beef.
Hold on.
I swear to God this happened. I swear to God, one kid goes, but I was better than you on, like, the football team. And he goes, yeah, but I got more play time because Coach likes me more. And they got into a physical fight about that.
Yeah.
I was
Never
cliche.
grow up. Never grow
That's the
up.
cliche.
That's the album.
Yeah. It's 2 Peter Pans fighting each other. I love it.
And then another fight broke up because one guy said, I think it was the same guy.
I'm next to get a Tiffany lap dance.
And he says, yeah, well, your dad drives for Uber.
Oh, that's an insult? Oh.
I'm like,
I'm writing that down because that's a decent insult. Yeah, but your dad drives for
So
fucking
then they
Uber.
brawled.
Hey,
And
your
then
dad drives
got
for fucking
kicked
Lyft.
out. Yeah, and then one guy, I mean, there was, because we're exactly across from a strip club, so, like, half the kids went to the strip club after. I missed out.
You didn't make it to the strip club?
I did have a good time. I didn't make it to the strip club. I only made it to 10:30.
Oh,
Hold on. Did you graduate class of 2003?
Yeah.
But then you
Thanks for doing the math, Tom. Like, what the hell?
Wait a minute.
Weren't you on the-
I got a clue.
Were you on the-
2003.
were you on
It
the-
was my 20 year.
Were you on the radio 2004?
I was on the radio in 2003. Right
Yeah. You don't remember like all the jokes I made because
2003?
I met her as like a high school kid.
It had to be.
Dude, I got out of high school. I went to college summer, and then I started the radio, like, with the whole Makos thing. That was after I had graduated after 2 months.
No.
Like, I
Yeah,
fresh.
fresh. Still had the wrapper on
It's
it.
20 years ago. No, it was like I can't
it's
believe
crazy.
that was 20 years ago.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, like, imagine.
You were
I mean,
18,
you were
though,
young
right?
Too, but, like, there were adults on that show, and I was a teenager.
Yeah.
pretty much.
They're
Like,
terrible
18,
human
I had
beings.
no
That's a
business
different
being on that
monsters.
show.
Some of them are here.
It's a different time. It was 2003.
Yeah. It was the Durst years. It was the Durst years.
She was just a baby, Tom.
Woodstock just happened. You saw what happened.
Yeah. We were a Woodstock society.
Yeah, that thing's.
But Tom wasn't that much older than me. You're like 3 years older than me, right?
Yeah,
But he looks
So you were
way
like
older
21,
than you.
22?
I was 21 when I started. 22, 21.
And I've been
somewhere
40 forever.
How old were you when you started radio, Dan?
19.
around. Yeah.
See, we were all really young.
Yeah,
Different, though.
We're all like lifers. Yeah, I never got sexually harassed.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there.
Yeah.
It never happened. Not even one time.
So
I've never stopped.
Oh, 20 years of harassment. God damn.
That should be a T-shirt. 20 years of harassment. Salty sister.
but when you're in your 30s,
No, don't put it on.
It's just a good time. It was just like
Yeah, now it's funny.
yeah, I call that my grabbing years. You know.
So Tiffany, besides from True Phonic, you got a bunch of other bands coming to perform as Salty
Yeah,
Sister,
so
right?
I have a band tonight called Black Sun Circus, and the drummer puts a sword down his throat.
What?
Sorry. What?
My kid just said, "Oh my god!"
He wants to
You
go.
know what? That I'm telling you right now, he's a gamer. If you told him, okay, when Mommy says he slides the sword down his throat, in the background, I need you to go, wowie woo. He's good.
He would. He just got his first fade today at the hairdressers. He sat there for the whole fade. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, that's great, man. I want to see a band that has a drummer that puts a sword down his throat. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, so that's tonight. They're called Blood. It's like a circus. They dress up full makeup, circus costumes, the whole 9 yards.
That sounds really fun.
And you know about booking bands. I know we talked about this before.
She takes it very seriously.
But are you book all this stuff, Tiffany?
Yeah, I'm the booking person. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I do like the other day we did Harry Potter trivia, which was a huge hit, and then I do different events throughout the year.
Made for this.
On top of the 3 days a week.
Yeah, I feel like you found it.
Wait, when I was asking Tiffany about this, then she told me about another business idea. I won't say it, but then I was like, another business, and then she's like, I'm sick, I can't stop.
Yeah, she's a business person.
And then I'm like, that's with the successful people. That's what they have. It's a curse and the gift of drive.
Yeah, for sure.
Tiffany.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything like Monday through Thursday from like 3 to 7. I'm like, I think I can fit something else in.
Yeah, I love it.
The kids, I know it's crazy. Well, Tiffany, thanks.
What's giving me more drive is everything's going up like crazy. Like even Cocoa Beach area, the prices have gone through the roof. I mean, everything. It's probably like that in Orlando too. So if I want to move into like a bigger house, I live in a two-bedroom, 3-bath, which is nice, but I mean, I want to move into a bigger house. So
sure, yeah.
I kind of got to keep hustling, so it's not over.
Yeah, it never will be. Something tells me for you, you'll always be trying. My wife's like that, always trying to get better. I mean, I admire that. I'm not. I'm in a holding pattern until death right now. I just don't want to get my
the Mitch McConnell.
I'm doing the Mitch freeze. I just want my legs to stay the way they are right now and not get any worse until I die.
Yeah. You know who could buy a beachside mansion? The $7,000 a day.
You piqued my curiosity, but then when I asked you to be my agent, you quit on me.
All right, I mean,
all right, well,
I know the business.
Cocomelon's not going to babysit all day. So.
Oh my God,
Cocomel.
Yeah, a Cocomelon. It's a kid show.
Oh,
all right, Tiffany. Thanks for calling us, and again, Salty Sisters, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, we love you, kid. Be good.
I love you guys. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
That is Tiffany from Salty Sisters.
She's
so driven, dude. Like I'm
not sure if that was mean-spirited or not, Tom.
No, I'm bringing up a broader topic of.
He's bringing awareness.
No.
He's a hero, Sam.
I don't think she wants to be aware.
You could, like, some things now, there's so much easier to monetize some things now than it was, 20 years ago. Of course, that's what it is with everything. But, like,
I mean, a different example of this.
Making your own content is insane now.
A different example of this that I have multiple friends that do this, and some of them listen to the show, are people that now more than ever, it's never been a better time to find things, if you like finding vintage clothing, knickknacks, lamps, cutlery, whatever.
Yeah.
Yard sale. I mean, I have a friend that professionally, she just does.
I kind of want to start doing
yard sales, and then this is her day.
That's
right?
a hustle, man. That's
but
a
she
grind.
loves it. But like, think about it. Like, you wouldn't have been able to do that. It would have been 10 times as hard back in the day. But now if she finds the right stuff, she lists them.
I've heard it's harder now because a lot of people are doing it.
She says
the internet makes.
Yeah, remember even Peter said that.
She says, well, I guess it would depend on how you look at it, right? Like, if you're just now starting, you don't really have anything to compare it to, so.
Well, it's just like.
But it is interesting that you can list everything on the internet. My point is that anybody in the world can buy it. I've sold a watch to a guy in Saudi Arabia. That was years ago. It's crazy what you can do.
The old way to make money in entertainment is like, all right, I want to be in the entertainment industry. First you had to get past old Weinstein and the whole thing, that whole thing, right?
It's like a video game boss.
And then when you finally get there, it's like, well, the production company, whoever's making the entertainment, they'll pay you 1/100th of what they're making off of the, ticket sales or the, putting commercials on the, you know what I'm saying? It's like and then now it's It's like you could skip all that and just go straight to the consumer. And then it's like, all right, I got 20,000 people that are watching me. And let's just say, 1/3 or 1/4 or 1/5 of those people will give me $1. Mm-hmm. And then you're rich. Yeah. And it's so easy. Like I'll give $1.
Well, the platform will take their cut.
Yeah. But you're making 80 cents of that dollar. And then it's like, all right, people aren't giving you like $10,000. They're just giving you $1 or a couple bucks.
Trickle away at it.
And they're fine with it. It's kind of like our business with the BDMs. Like, you're paying $2.95 a month, and some are paying more.
Well, that is by design. We don't want to bleed you guys dry. We want to do this with you for a very long time. That's the idea.
Yeah.
It's always been the idea to keep it reasonable. But we've gotten flack for that, too.
But it's like we have the technology to go directly to the person watching or listening, and they will give you a couple bucks.
What would you think?
And then that's all you need to do.
I've been researching this, but we have the ability, like with a few little changes. By the way, our app we've been working on it all morning. It's getting, we're going to take a break soon, right?
Yeah,
we're close to getting this app done. Matthew's been busting his ass on it. I mean, this morning he was like kicking out versions for me to test. So I'm going to hit it really hard when I'm in Atlanta. But I have the ability now, as researching it, for us to like stream to just our website if we really wanted to.
Really?
If we just wanted to do just a box where you could see everything live and just have it on our website and it's our show, yes, we could still have YouTube, yes, we could still have Twitch, but even more so, just put it on our own site. We can do that for a very small amount of money per month. All of this stuff is possible. It is an exciting time, but I'll say from my perspective, I don't know if you feel this way, Sam, on the kind of like the button pushing side, it's a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's like it's never been a better time to do this kind of shit, but it's also like it's confusing how to focus it, if that makes sense. For me.
And there's also so much of it, so much content. How do you get beyond the noise of all the other content being produced? Like, how do you rise to the top of that?
Biggest complaint for Twitch streamers.
I can't tell you.
Well, Twitch streamers and YouTube streamers and podcasters. They're all in the same boat. And the three biggest complaints that Twitch, YouTube, and podcasters say is discoverability. There is absolutely zero discoverability in this area.
Yeah.
You listen to what you listen to, and you stay listening to what you listen to. Very rare do you find something else new just randomly from Twitch or YouTube or from whatever aggregate you use to get your podcasts.
And we make the joke like, oh, look at this person. All they're doing is making noises 7,000 a day. But it's like you can't replicate that if you just start and making noises. You're not going to make that person.
I can make fun of it, but it is what it is. I mean, it's unique, and she is doing it at a level that nobody else can.
But that person built on a following already.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then she's making money from her following.
She doesn't do just that, too. That's another thing that people keep, like, I think getting twisted, is I think she's had a footprint online for a minute. She's doing this now, and it's succeeding, but I think she was popular beforehand, right?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be. Like, you can't just all of a sudden start making this type of money. And that's the cliche that everybody talks about. Like, they start bitching about, oh, look at this person. Look at this OnlyFans person making $10,000 a month or whatever. All you have to do is put up nudie pics of yourself, and you'll make $10,000 a month.
Nudie?
But I'm like, that's not the case. That person built a following and curated an audience. Yeah. And it's not like you just start an OnlyFans and start putting up.
That's why I never say it's easy.
Pics, and you're going to get that kind of money. You'll be struggling for a long time. You got to build a following.
Yeah,
that's the hardest part of all of this.
Yeah, and you got to dedicate yourself to it.
Yeah, than it was before.
And it all comes back to. It seems like this has been the word of the week for us is discipline, right? Like comes back to consistency and discipline, and it's come up multiple times on the show. So it's interesting.
Well, just the grind of it. I just don't even know where I'd tell someone to start. Like if my son's dream was to become a streamer and play games or whatever.
I mean, chances are.
I don't think they'll go to you for it though, because they're already starting to watch streamers. They'll learn on the way.
Yeah,
as you're growing up with it, you'll learn on the way, and I'm sure their friends will be doing it.
Oh, I tell them though. I'm like, I know this guy's business. I tell them.
You literally don't know how to be a video streamer.
I like that.
You literally don't know how to do that.
No, but it's about the same as a podcast business. I like that.
But you always ask how they make money, so that you don't know how it works.
I see him. I'm watching Mr. Beast with myself. Like Max is watching Mr. Beast, and all of a sudden he'll cut into a commercial, and he's like, "Try Travago or whatever," and then he's doing it, and then then I'm like, see, that's where he's making his money.
Yeah, it's the Trivago. He don't care.
I'm like, that company's paying him hundreds of thousands of dollars for this ad. And then I'm just telling him how the business works.
Don't ruin them watching.
No, but they need to know. And then I'm like, well, the only reason he's getting that money is because of how many followers he has.
I love that you think that an 8 and 9-year-old care about that.
And Maisie don't. Like she'll
why would they?
Sometimes she finds the commercials. She's like, "That's amazing," and I'm like, falling right for the trap.
Yeah, well, they're
right
kids.
into the trap.
Oh man, I owe Max a lot of money.
What?
I'll end with this. So we got into a heated argument at dinner.
You
2
and
nights
Max?
ago. Well, just about like he started betting me that he could beat me in what's the Super Smash Brothers.
Oh
Yes.
Because I've been teaching him how to gamble.
Great game.
And so
It starts a lot of fights.
Yeah, gambling on video games. Yeah, Smash Brothers will have adults fighting.
Yes.
So he's like, I bet you $10.
Jesus.
I could beat you at Super
Max
Smash
goes
Brothers.
hard, dude. I would never go $10.
And then I'm like, show me the money. Then he runs to his piggy bank and he gets out.
He's like, hey, I'm missing some money, Dad.
Shakes it out.
And then I'm like, $10. I'm like, listen. I'm like, and then Tommy, he's like, don't do it, Dad. He's like, he's good. He's real good.
Oh,
and
I like Tommy's warning you.
And then I'm like,
Tommy's so sweet.
Don't
do it. He's great.
And I'm like, yeah.
He's a shark.
But I'll get into his head. I'll start playing defense, and it's like
You'll just waste him out.
like Street Fighter. It's like I just get in defense, and then they get near me. They're punching me. Defense, jab. I'm like, I know. And then so
Okay.
Yeah, everything he's saying is right. You need to talk about when you play video games more.
we start betting $10. We're playing. I pick Kirby.
Is Crystal
'cause
around or no?
Tommy whispered it's the strongest character.
Team Kirby.
I like that Tommy's on your team.
and then-
or does he play both sides?
It sounds
Tommy?
like he's playing both.
And then as I'm, well, it's not just left and right.
No.
Have you ever played this game before?
I'm falling off, getting rainbow blasted.
Yeah, rainbow blast.
And then he's like, "Oh, you already died." I'm like, "What?" And then I'm jumping up, and he has a machine gun, and he's shooting me. And then a rainbow blast again, and then so I lost 10, and then we started playing Double or Nothing, and then at a certain
Had
point,
you never played before?
No, but maybe we played one time when they got it's been years.
When is the last time you held a controller?
Well, no,
He was playing Mario not that long ago.
And by the way, Max is playing with the
that's how they play now.
controller
Don't
down by his waist.
Oh, Grandpa, that's how they play
And
now.
I made him put the controller into...
Put the controllers into the... You got to make it
That's
look
a
like
handicap. You can't do that. That's not how he
No,
likes to play.
I said I'm not playing you with the holding two
Play
separate
like a
controllers.
kid.
Oh,
I
now
can't-
you're putting rules on the play game?
He agreed.
You
Anyway,
take your hat off when you eat dinner in this household.
I had to stop at one point because it was like
Draining your bank account.
Like $70 or something?
It got, I won't even say, it got to a point where I was like, all right, well, I'll make this right with
Happy
you later.
birthday.
Yeah.
Here's a one wheel.
And then he wrote it down on a calendar.
Oh,
how
my
much money I
God.
owed him.
Jesus.
And then, I'll chip away at it over the next couple months.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
All right, well, let's take a...
Wow.
Wow, that was it. New story.
Jesus Christ, man.
Gambling is coming
in the
back
blood.
It's coming back to bite you, man.
And then he screamed, I always win. I'll gamble for life.
Okay.
It's like, you can make easy money.
I love it. You're
Create a monster.
setting him on the right path. So it's great. The name of the band is Mutoid Man. The name of the song is Call of the Void. Let's rock and roll a little bit. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time momentarily. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at TomandDan.com for emails. When is the last time you checked out Hollerbox? You know, we talked about it in the Elevate ad because it's a great spot in Sanford, but it's humongous because there's so many different incarnations of Hollerbox. They have the outfitters for clothing, and then like for snick snacks and gummy bears and stuff like that. You can get like to-go meals, at the market.
Magnolia Square Market.
There it is.
They have all the German grocery.
Spaghetti ice cream.
Yeah, the deli, all the sandwiches.
All of that. Then you could go to the regular restaurant and sit outside or sit inside, have a Bavarian beer, get some amazing, classic, true, original recipe German food.
And also, August 9th, they're doing their 3-course mystery murder dinner again. again. So basically, you can have a 3-course dinner, and then they put on a murder mystery show.
Always something going on down there, man.
Then August 11th, their Uber Keller concept is opening.
They don't like this, but I'm going to say it. It's German tapas, so it's like, don't expect anything to be like Spanish style, but you can expect your favorite German foods in smaller, shareable portions.
And craft cocktails that they make. That's opening up right above Hollabox in their beer garden area. It's beautiful, by the way. If you haven't seen their expansion, their rooftop bar, and all the new stuff.
Well, I mean, we're missing some. We're missing like the art. They have an art gallery you can go to. You can walk around with a beverage and peruse art. You can go over to the Joint.
Yeah, that's in West End, and the Joint is basically marijuana-themed foods. They've got wings. Don't sleep on their wings.
The wings are amazing. Everything is sort of
Wagyu sliders,
like funny cannabis culture inspired, but the Wagyu sliders, it's almost like a miniature Big Mac. But it's all elevated stuff. Like, we're talking top-notch creative food.
Yep. So if you're downtown Sanford, it's Hollabox Willow Tree Cafe in Sanford.
That's a good little jam, right?
Yeah.
Like a cool... I'm trying to pick, like, different music. I thought about throwing some jazz on here today, but I don't know. I mean, like... Hey, welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. I want to remind you guys about Manscaped.
Manscaped.
You want to get a great gift for someone, you can get them the whole beard shaver kit.
Yeah.
It's hot out there. You want to be less hairy.
I got a question because, like, and this is for Manscaped, because you can get the normal shaver, like the one you have right there. That thing goes. By the way, I shaved myself, and my daughter caught me shaving my pubes.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Maisie caught me shaving my pubes over the toilet.
Was your ankle by your foot or by your face?
No, I just do it. I just, like, I do, like,
yeah, reenact it right now.
Squat.
Do you do Captain Morgan?
I do. No. I don't do
like
the
you're
Captain
laying
Morgan.
an egg?
Because if I'm going to get in the thighs, I pull my balls up.
Oh, come on.
You get in the thighs.
Standing up or sitting down?
Standing. I always do it standing.
Yeah,
I never
smart.
sit down. If you sit down, you get the hair on your thighs because it'll come back on you.
Yeah.
But I pull it and I do that. Well, Maisie saw it and then she started giggling. She goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "I'm shaving my pubes."
No.
With Manscaped.
Don't say that.
But I did because they gotta learn. They gotta learn.
If that's not a commercial waiting to happen, I don't know what is.
She already knew.
Daddy, what's that?
Yeah.
It's Manscaped.
She's like, but here's the thing I figured out.
Don't show this part, Tracy.
Here's the thing I figured out. If you just tell them the truth,
Yeah.
they don't care.
No.
If you make up something crazy, they care because they know you're lying. They're not idiots.
No.
So I say, "I'm shaving my pubes," and she just went, and laughed. That was it.
Yeah.
Never to be seen again.
She wasn't ready for that answer. She wasn't ready for the truth.
I hit her with the truth.
She
I
was
hit her with the truth.
I'll process this when I'm
And
older.
here's why Manscaped's going to like this, is because that woman right there, because she will be a powerful woman one day. And if, God-fearing, that if Manscaped is still in business, she will gift her significant other, man or woman, with a shaver from Manscaped to keep their genitals
just to clean it out.
And right.
I had a stranger thank me the other day
Tom
for
and Dan 20.
my balls.
Manscaped, Tom and Dan 20, best commercial we've ever done.
Make sure you had that 20 at the
Print
end.
it. And in fact, Manscaped rep, kick us a little extra because it was so real.
20% off and free shipping worldwide.
Tom and Dan 20.
Worldwide, baby.
Tom and Dan 20.
Brendan O'Connor.
Hey.
How you doing, Brendan?
Hey!
Brendan.
Let's talk more about shaving balls.
All right.
What have you been up to, Brendan?
Not shaving my balls.
Oh,
I just went to the Sam Smith concert.
Oh, did you?
I did.
How was it?
You know what? Amazing. I wasn't prepared. And also, don't take your kids to a Sam Smith concert, because that was crazy.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, they were like eating each other out. The dancers
was
were
it
like,
18 and up?
Miming
because that's happening a lot lately.
on the stage. Like, not just once, like multiple times through the show.
I would watch more mimes
no?
if they mimed cunnilingus.
I was blushing looking at these parents trying to explain what was happening on the stage to their kids, and I was like, you can't explain that.
Well, also, if you're letting your kids listen to Sam Smith, you should have already known, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's on you.
Sam makes me blush sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, he performs.
And I was with a blind man.
He goes for it.
I went. My friend just started. I know, crazy. I buried the
is
lead.
This a joke?
No, this is real.
I feel like we're walking a really tight.
You went with a blind man to a Sam Smith concert.
I did. He can still hear.
And it turns out he's famous. He's a famous blind man and famous blind.
Ray Charles.
All right. Gather around.
I can't see
Get
it
your popcorn.
happening.
So I was doing bingo, and then this guy in the back kept. We have this thing.
I'm blind.
If you're close to getting, that's basically what he was doing.
Oh, okay.
If you get close to a bingo, you have to say something sexy, like "Oh Brenda, I'm close," and I'll say something dirty, like "Okay, I'm gonna finish you off. I'm gonna pull your pigtails. Let me finish you off." And everyone loves it. And then so
Maisie rides her bike down for it.
Yeah.
Not allowed. I can't say that.
I see kids going by the window, and I'm like, "Get out of here! I'm not grooming you."
May loves it. May loves it.
They'll kick the door down.
And this guy started yelling in the back. He said, "Brenda, I'm gonna come!" And I was like, "Shut up! Who's saying that?"
That's too far.
And I looked at him. He had his sunglasses on. He's holding his cane, and I was like, "Well, I can't get mad at you. You're blind." And then I was like, "Wait a minute." How the fuck are you playing bingo right now? And he turned out my friend is his executive assistant. He hired her to basically like take him out and go do stuff around town.
That's cool.
Yeah,
which I was like, well,
some people call that eyes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So she would say, like,
yeah, she's like, let me do your numbers. And then they were just getting drunk and
That's
having
the type
fun.
of assistant I want to do.
Yeah. So she was like, well, let's go. We're going to go to, Brendan, come to Sam Smith concert with me. I got an extra ticket. And I was like, sure.
Nobody says that, by the way. Like, that's an expensive ass ticket.
This is a stranger,
whatever,
though, right?
just a stranger. And I show up and I was like, oh, it's the blind guy. It's the blind guy. And he was so funny. First thing he says is like, take advantage of my handicap. Let's see how close we can get to the stage. Just make people feel bad.
Handicap
so I
people
get
did
right
that.
up there.
I knew it.
And I was like,
I knew it.
Man?
Oh, yeah.
And then long story short, but I had to explain everything that was happening on the stage for this man because he couldn't see it, and it was kind of
fun. Hear the concert. That's good enough.
And he could
Sam
hear
Smith
and
is
we
in
were
a gold bustier.
Yeah, but you know when people around you are reacting, you want to know why.
Yeah. And they loved it. Everyone around us, this one girl was like, "How are you going to describe that dress that Sam Smith is wearing?"
Did you ever tell him
I just
something
did an
wrong?
amazing job. No,
Like,
there
just
was
for
one
fun,
point where
just
this guy grabs his junk, and I was like, "That guy just wiggled his junk at us." He was like, and he was like, out of his pants, and I was like, "No, it was in his pants." He was like, "Oh, good, because I started to get a boner." That's what he said.
I like this guy.
You're
This guy's got
hilarious.
jokes.
And then he had to pee, so I had to I had to bring him to the bathroom and line him up to the urinal, and I was like, "Don't worry, if
Tom has to do that with me.
If I hear splashing, I'm just going to give you a kick and get you a little closer." And he was like, "Oh," and he loved it. And then at the end, he's telling me these stories.
Is this your new blind husband?
I love him. His name's Ivan Castro, and he is world famous.
There's a million Ivan Castros.
I
know 5.
I feel like his name should be No Ivan Castro.
He hiked to the South Pole with Prince Harry and Alexander Skarsgård. He is.
Wait, did you actually verify that?
I did.
You were on drugs.
He's world famous. I was definitely on drugs, but I Googled later.
This is dope.
And it's true.
He hiked to the North Pole,
To the South Pole.
with Prince Harry
In Alexander Skarsgård, which is the Viking sexy vampire from True Blood.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He did it. He really did it.
That's
And he
dope.
had all these stories, and I was
How
like,
old
God,
is this
Alexander
man?
Skarsgård must be so sexy. And he was like, yeah, man, he's super fit. And I was like, well, how do you know? And he was like, well, I touched him. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, I take advantage of this. I knew he was
Oh my
famous.
God, I have a picture with Ivan and Harry right here.
He's famous.
Send it to me, Sam.
And he's my friend. I helped him pee. So I'm one person away from Prince Harry. He's competed in the Invictus Games, which is the
that's a big deal.
Right?
That's Prince Harry's
Huge
deal.
And he's won multiple things.
That's
He's
Prince
a medal
Harry's
winner.
whole deal. That's his whole baby, right? The Invictus Games.
I don't know how much I should be talking about him, but that kind of set my week.
pretty neat.
And I loved it.
Talk more about it.
I mean, you met
He was just in, tactical for drag
Tactical
bingo.
Brewing came to my drag bingo, loved it. Then we went to Sam Smith because my friend is his new executive assistant. She's just helping him do correspondence with Prince Harry and Prince William.
There he is, touching the South Pole.
Yeah, he hung out. He was in the private quarters hanging out with the Queen. Like he knows all these people.
Yeah.
Is he holding a giant orb?
Yeah, I'm putting the
That's
picture
the South
up.
Pole.
Oh, there's an actual pole?
Yeah.
I didn't know they put a big
And knowing
orb.
Ivan, he probably rubbed his junk on it because he's a dirty old man. He was so funny. He was like one of only 3 either blind or handicapped Army
captain, yeah.
He actually continued to serve.
He was wounded by a mortar shell during Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Wow. And that's how he got blind.
Yeah. He took his glasses off to scare someone who got too close to him, and because it's like a little concave. He's so funny. He just doesn't give a shit.
That's awesome.
Just doesn't.
What a badass, right?
Badass. Like, and he's still just wiry, fit.
Brendan might have the greatest life in the world.
Yeah, you have a fun life.
It's so interesting.
So he just invited you to go to the Sam Smith concert?
His assistant, my good friend Jackie, we were going to go, and then I think she just kind of realized, like, hey, you know what? I bet this guy hasn't been to a concert in a while, and so she took him, and he had the best time.
So how
it's a good concert to go to? Big name, great songs.
But how did he end up on the expedition to the
I'm
South
sorry,
Pole?
I'm laughing because somebody made a joke, and Butler was there, and he's like Truth Butler, because he tells us these crazy stories, but they're actually real, and he has facts to back them up.
Oh, Butlers weren't real?
No.
Well, we don't know. It's up for debate.
Okay, I don't want him to get mad because I love Butler.
No, it's up for debate.
Yeah, some of them are up for debate, and sometimes he just didn't realize what was happening at the time.
Oh.
And when he'd explain it to us, we'd be like, well, we know what that is. And
it's an interpretation.
Yeah, that's what I think.
He was
like his Titanic Ross.
Social, I don't know, like real life dyslexic. You know, like he's interpreting what's happening
like
wrong.
the Double Dare one I'll use. Like, he thought he was on the game show Double Dare.
Well, I think he stretched the truth.
Everybody else here thought he was at the game show, like at the walkthrough at Universal.
Oh.
It's up for debate.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Amazing.
So that was just one thing that happened this week.
Rad.
I went after bingo. I went to Big Daddy's, which is becoming a thing now because they have karaoke every day. And there's something about Big Daddy's. It's like, it's chaos.
Yeah.
Anything can happen at Big Daddy's. There's always a guy who sings in a hamburger costume. I'm a bearded woman in the back of the room. There are people doing it's like acro yoga for some reason. It was just so fucking weird. I was like in a circus tent, and I'm smoking weed in the back, like looking at people. And then this guy, not over.
I know.
This Barbie looking,
of course it's not.
This like retired porn star lady came up to me.
I'm a retired porn star.
She was like, "I'm going to touch your tits. You can touch mine." And
what
we did.
Is happening?
And then her boyfriend came up. Her boyfriend came up, and he looked like,
"I'm going to touch your dick. You can touch mine."
Like super Peaky Blinders, you know, like he was in a time machine. And I was like, you know what, the way this night is going,
dude, it's because they were dressed up as Barbie and Oppenheimer. That's why. Because the movie just came out.
But not true, because he was really Irish, and she said he's actually an Irish mobster.
Now come on, now I'm starting to believe you're black. Hold on,
and he had a turn. No, and he had a razor in his hand. A razor in his hand.
No,
he did. It was all there. It was all there.
Fucking hat.
They were fucking with you then.
Say one word to me, but he definitely touched my titty.
Oh. Well, that's happened to me.
And looked me right in the face. He looked me right in the face like he wanted me to say, "Don't do it," and then he'd slice me with his razor blade or something. It was hot.
Tell me.
Oh my god!
I'm going to touch your teeth.
I know, and all my friends were
Scottish. That was Scottish.
My friends all saw me talk to them forever, and they were like, "What were you doing?" I was like, "I was trying to wave you down to come save me."
Yeah,
I was
trapped.
This
guy's gonna slice up my fat tits
with a retired porn star and an Irish mobster who were going to eat me.
Yeah. Conor McGregor's going to cut my tits off with his razor blade.
And then banger my mash.
Yeah.
You have to take Tom to one of these.
Oh, that's a great show. Brendan. Yeah. No, but Brendan takes him out and goes full Brendan.
Yes.
Oh. It's got to be like...
But you'll never know where you end up that evening.
I'll ruin it. I always ruin everything. Like, people tell me about these crazy adventures.
Go with the flow, man.
And then I show up, and then it's dead. No one's there. And they're like, man, yeah.
You're the orb.
And they're like, every Saturday, it's always crazy. The mobsters,
I don't know what's wrong. Normally it's popping here.
Yeah, it's just one guy playing pool.
When I'm in drag, people always try to come up to me and try to tell me about, like, dead relatives, or they try to, like...
Oh, you're the therapist.
Try to read my aura. You know, I don't know. There's something, like, witchy, like, other vibe, I guess, when people see a drag queen. And then me in drag, they it's like... It's still me. It's just... me, a hairy thumb of a Canadian gay guy in a dress is really what it is. But then they'll come up to me and they just start telling me everything. And I have to sit there like, God, I don't have enough weed.
Do they think you're a fortune teller?
Kinda. Or sometimes they're fortune tellers and they try to tell me about shit that's going to happen to me.
Well,
and I'm like,
what were you told?
Unsolicited. Can I just eat a shitty pizza and watch people do karaoke?
What were you told?
Oh my God, Brendan is me.
I love how grumpy you are today. I'm loving it. What did you? What did this lady tell you? Like, what is she? She read your future?
It was like keep
It's the
being
Jay
your
Moore.
authentic self. And
Yeah.
good things will happen. Don't be your own roadblock. And I was like, shut up, Tracy. You're drinking.
I say that to
Pabst
Tracy
Blue
too.
Ribbon. Yeah.
Shut up.
I wonder what the psychology behind that is. If like someone dressed in drag and you're just like, I feel compelled to tell.
That's what it is.
Like,
Especially, it's always straight women, straight middle-aged women,
The worst.
who like are traditionally the hottest chicks in the room, and then I breeze in, and there's like, I don't know if it's like
jealous of your glamour.
yeah, or like a dog that needs to come rub itself on you to like let you know that it's in charge. It's kind of like that. I feel like they're like marking me to be like, I'm the hot bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah. They feel threatened by you.
I think that's a little bit of
like,
it.
just so you know, you're distracting, so I'm going to come over and put a little of me on you to
and let
you
my
know.
friends know.
Yeah.
And, or almost they're like to let you know that they're not conservative, or something. Or maybe it's to piss off their boyfriend who
I'm
is
cool
conservative.
with how. I just want to let you know I'm cool with whatever you're doing.
Whatever this is.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
That's bullshit.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
at this point of the night.
Yeah, but you can't. Who
We're
cares?
just lucky I have pants on or something.
Right, yeah, whatever.
Can we all just agree that I'm just happy to be alive right now?
How many straight dudes hit on you, though?
I'm an imposing, suspiciously large woman when I'm in a dress, so not
Some guys
tons.
like that.
I get lots of free drinks.
I bet.
That's good.
Yeah. And I never look at what's in them, so...
Jesus.
Yeah, God.
Don't go to Mangoes. They're slipping shit in people's drinks at Mangoes.
That's what I say. Free drugs.
Choose your own adventure. Yeah. Whose trunk am I going to end up in tonight?
We got to get Tom out there.
As long
with
as
you.
he drive me home after.
You look both
that's why I
afraid
like-
and excited like right now.
Well, only because Brendan can get away with that joke for some reason. And then it's the only way in the world that joke can be told.
Yeah.
And so that was last Saturday. What happened on Sunday?
That was Tuesday. That was Tuesday,
That
dude.
was a-
Regular
That's the middle
old
of the goddamn
Tuesday
week.
night.
I was going to
Tuesday
say,
night.
motherfucker, that's a school night.
Yeah.
What?
School schmool. Yeah, I don't know. Then I'm just getting ready to go home. I'm going to
Nice.
Canada for a couple weeks, which is very exciting.
When's the last time you went?
4 or 5 years ago. I lost track.
You're gonna
Again, it's the weed. I smoke a lot.
You're gonna document it.
Yeah, I'm actually bringing up Jim Hobart, who does Legacy Life Project here locally. He's a photographer, and he does video storytelling projects with seniors and people's families. So he'll come and sit with seniors and then document their lives. And so he's going to come up and do a video on my dad, who's getting up there. And if you think I have stories, you are not ready for the shit that my dad will tell you.
God, I want to
That's
meet
awesome.
Brendan's dad.
We want to meet your dad. We've
Yeah.
heard enough of the stories, and
We'll just
feel
watch
like,
the video when it's done. We'll
Yeah,
share that.
exactly. We've only had like maybe 10 or 12 stories, and I feel like tip of the iceberg.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's so many more.
He's
that
almost died a million times. He drove like a Zamboni. Not a Zamboni. What do you call the things? It's like a trail packer for cross-country skiing. It just like drags like a thing.
I don't know what that's called.
Yeah. It's like
Drove it over ice and fell through a lake, and there was nobody around, and he had
Oh
to
my
like
God.
keep himself alive until they found him.
Oh, really?
As
Yeah.
a real man.
Yeah,
And so
got bit by a wolf. Like he's just,
What?
yeah, in his butt. 'Cause
Oh, whoop in his ass.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really fight him off back there. I mean,
it was at a research station where they had penned wolves, and they were in the pen, and Dad turned his back to the wolf to take a piss, which, like, shut up. Like, I know not to do that.
Right.
And the wolf just went right up and got him.
he got comfortable with him. You
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
pissed in front of Malachi.
so
He
Is Malachi's house cleaner?
no, there was a wolf.
He used to take care of a wolf.
And he broke its heart. They told him not to get attached to it. He got attached to it, and then he
Then he
left.
just abandoned him.
Yeah, and then the wolf died
it
of
doesn't go.
broken heart.
What?
no,
Oh, yeah.
don't, they got it all wrong. So anyway,
What? That's a Disney movie.
I'm glad
it is Jungle Book.
Yeah, he killed the wolf.
I'm glad, Brendan, that you're recording your dad's stories because I often think shit. I had mobile recording equipment. I could have recorded like my pop-ups.
You talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, you didn't think he'd be down.
It's tough. It's good to have another person do it because there might be stories they don't want to tell
That's
if you're
true.
there, or maybe it's easier telling a new face.
It's easier with a stranger, I think. Yeah, that's a great idea.
We're gonna see. Dad is getting very nervous right now. He also doesn't want to be like the old guy on the video. He has a crisis.
Right.
And I have somehow now popped his bubble that 80 is old. You know, like, sorry, Dad.
Sorry.
Yeah. No one wants to. Yeah.
Perfect,
no one wants to hear
perfectly
it.
said.
Yeah,
sorry.
you're a grandpa.
Yeah. But you still have the brain that you did when you were 40.
Or at least you think you do.
Well, your thoughts don't age, right? Like your thoughts don't age.
Well, your
It's
brain
still the same thought.
Your brain does age, but your personality, your mentality doesn't.
I'm not talking about my brain. I'm talking about my thoughts.
Your
They're
ego.
the same.
Like, I remember my pop-op told me when he was like 88, and then he's like, I was sitting in his garage, he's like, I feel young. I feel like I did.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I feel no different than I did when I was 50. And then I was like, holy shit! I was like, quit telling me that, old man. You're scaring the shit out of me.
I remember-
I thought you got when you were old. You had like an old personality. You're like, I'm old now. And then it's like your young brain is stuck in your old body.
Yeah.
We're all gonna get there.
Well, I remember when my dad. I was talking to my dad about this one particular time, and he
No, come on.
Is this a reenactment or are you stroking?
Mitch,
No, come on.
Mitch, are you okay? Mitch, Mitch, step over here, Mitch.
I do that every day. I do that. So when I saw that video, I was like, "That's what I do."
Don't do that to me. I really thought you were.
No, I do that.
He's too high. Don't do that to him.
I am not kidding when I tell you that I do
frozen
that.
time.
I didn't know what to do. I do it in front of this computer every morning. I get in here and I sit in front of it. I'm like,
I'm sweating.
And I see you doing it for
Look, you just gave him a panic attack.
Shitty couch over here. You make everybody sit on this couch, and we all just
stinks.
collapse back in it. And we all got neck
Watch out for
chins.
the knives and the cushions.
Like nobody has any necks on this couch. Don't sit here. It's just like chins in the chest. Who sits
You're like
here?
Jake Paul over there.
Don't you know not to take anything Daniel does seriously? Never. Anything.
But one day it's going to be real.
But
I'm just a sweet, naive Canadian.
But here's the
I
thing.
don't know.
Yeah, you'll one time when he really has a problem, we're going to be wrong. But the other 99 times is
and we're going to be laughing, and then we're like,
I don't
oh.
want it to happen here. I
No.
don't want it to happen.
what would you do if I died right
mouth
now?
to mouth?
Well, I'd laugh because I think it's fake. Because everything you do is fucking around.
I've thought about that. Like he's getting mad. I thought about.
Jesus.
Yeah, I like mad
He
talk.
started crying one time. Like back, this happened 20 years ago.
You scarred him.
Oh, like emotional?
No, like
He's never, when he brings this up, you know you got to the real.
No, we're just sitting in the goddamn old.
I'm just minding my own
No,
business.
we were in the little editing.
old
booth.
radio.
Trying to jack off in his office like a normal person. He turned around and Dan's crying in the corner.
I did I kept my eyes open like for a really long time. Like this, I kept them open.
So the air was getting to it?
I get the air on it, air on it, air on it.
Oh, it was fake crying.
Yeah.
And then it starts to run down my face a little bit, and I'm like,
And you hated that?
and I turn, and he turns around, and he goes, "What's wrong, man?" I go, "She's gone."
Then I froze because I can't.
You did the McConnell.
I don't know how to give people any sort of consolement or whatsoever.
Yeah,
I'm
he didn't
bad
know
at
what to do.
consoling
He was
anybody.
like,
You started. You said, "What's wrong?"
Yeah. But that's how far.
That's as far as he gets.
Because I thought something. I was like, what? I was like, is there some smoke? Yeah, like I didn't
Should we
know.
call somebody
And
to
then
come here?
Yeah, but then when I realized it was emotional, that's when I freeze. I was like,
yeah.
oh, I can't help you with
Yeah,
it.
it does not compute.
And then he just started laughing. He's fucking around with me, and then I was like, never take this motherfucker seriously again.
God damn.
Like, anything he
Now he
does,
doesn't trust you.
everything he
Trust is
says
broken.
is a joke or some sort of lie.
My dog doesn't go to the
wants
vet
be a
anymore.
joke.
Yeah.
He says horrible things and all that. Any sort of serious thing he tells me is going to be a joke. He's fucking around too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. So, what
Next
else
time
is
you
going
should
on?
cry and see what he does.
No,
never cries.
Yeah. Well,
We'll know then that something real bad
Oh
happened.
yeah, if you catch Tom crying,
Oh, my
I'm just
gosh.
gonna run away.
it'll freak Daniel out too much.
how you
I'd
do
run
it.
away. I'd be like, "Oh shit,
You
it's
would
happening!"
not. You'd drop your pants. You'd love it. You'd be like, "Yeah, cry, bitch."
Oh my God.
I'll never cry for you.
I've been waiting all my life for
Finally.
Tom to cry. Show
Do
some
your boys
emotion.
cry? Or they got the gene?
Max does. Tommy doesn't. Tommy's got the gene.
Only when you hit him?
No. He holds his emotions
Tom would
aside.
never.
Oh.
Or he doesn't have the same ones, or he doesn't want to show someone crying.
So he'll just tuck it away.
Does he hit animals?
No.
Okay.
He's not a psycho. What the hell, Brendan?
He's trying to figure out why your kid doesn't show any feelings, because most of the times they're psychopaths.
No, it's not that he's showing. He has feelings.
Valid question.
He doesn't
2023.
cry. He feels embarrassed by crying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
May's like that
I do
too. Yeah, May's like that too. She gets a little bit of. She's a hybrid, like right in between, where she'll be like, "I don't want to cry, but now I am." Like it's like that,
Yeah.
All right.
Performative.
So, should we take a break and then come back?
Whatever you guys want to do, man.
Brendan, before
Do you need a break?
we do need a break. We're about to get one, but we have recorded a lot of shows for next week.
Yeah, we have. Really, really, really good shows. This was a great idea.
So, anyway, what's going on in the next couple of weeks, Brendan? That,
Around
Bungalower-wise, or just around town?
Yeah, is there anything that,
man.
that you could think about that...
Okay.
And it's hot now, so I feel like a lot of things hold off until September.
Yeah.
Right?
Can I? We got some bungalower stuff coming
Yeah,
up.
please.
Sure.
Plug whatever you want.
/ the distillery in Winter Park. They're right behind the porch.
Oh, nice.
They make blends of all different kinds of booze. And so they just opened not too long ago. They started with whiskey and bourbon. They're releasing their first ever rum release this Saturday. And
Rum is very popular right now.
Yeah, we're doing a wet, hot rum summer party on Saturday. So we'll be there drinking that with them. And then that meadery, the new they make mead.
Yeah.
In Mills 50, they're opening in August. I want to say August 10th.
What's the name of that place?
Zymerium.
Zymerium.
Yes.
Somebody asked me online, is that even a real word? Yeah, Zymerium or
it's like making mead.
Yeah, I sent him the definition. It basically means fermentation. So,
Yeah,
yes,
it's like a Latin thing. Right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
We're going to be doing a party on Sunday for Bungalower Buddy members. So that's like our BDMs. They get access to it before it opens to everybody else.
Oh, God.
With one free drink. And then we're doing something with Lobos Coffee. We're going to release a Bungalower Coffee on the 1st. We're doing like a flight, though, at Lobos Coffee in Audubon Park. And so people will have a chance to sample the flight and vote for their favorite. And then the one that wins is the one that we're going to sell.
Very cool.
So, when you make your decision, Brendan, to go out on the weekend, and do you get told what's going on by friends? Do you just randomly pick an event because you know all the stuff going on? Like, how do
you curate it?
Well, generally, it has to do with like. Is it like a community partner that we need to go support? That happens a lot.
Oh, yeah. Business first.
Yeah, that's how. With Scotty loves. He's like, "Where are we going this week? What? Can we just go do this? Can I just go sit at Hideaway and eat a burger with A1 sauce?"
Yeah, he can do that with me. That's great.
That's all he wants to do.
Oh yeah,
eat pickles and rub his belly.
That's what I want to do. Like a bear, like a little bear man.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I have an innate sense of what's cool.
Yeah,
I do though, man.
I'm like a Donnie Darko. I just follow my evil Care Bear belly button around town, go with my gut, and see where it leads me. Yeah, I don't know.
What would you do?
We do an event pick thing on Friday, so I'll know like what the cool shit is happening that weekend. And then I'll probably choose like 3 things.
Do you get people that hit you up with stuff and it's not cool, and then you have
all
to
the time.
tell them this isn't cool, I'm not going to talk about it?
Yeah, sometimes because we curate the calendar. Like most community calendars for like or the Orlando Weekly or the Sentinel, like you can self-submit your event. We don't do that. Like it's literally everything that's in that calendar we did by hand because we believe in it. You know, we know that people will go to it because it's cool.
Yeah.
So, but generally, if it's like it has to be downtownish,
right?
You know, in our coverage area. So I have some outs. I don't necessarily have to tell them it just because it sucks.
So you're like us. You get a list of excuses. So when people ask you, like, I want to be a client, you're like, oh,
wait, I have a button for that, and it's out of coverage area.
Yeah.
That's
interesting, man.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, Sam's going to read another short story.
Yes.
They keep going.
Is this the one that complained they should have won?
That's correct. Yeah, it's a long.
This has been the
story.
most complaints we've ever had.
Is this about what? Shart Week?
Yeah. People
we got so many entries this year that Sam...
This guy emailed me to tell me that he was mad that I didn't choose his because his quote was definitely better than all the rest except for Owen's.
Well, like I had multiple people that hit me up and said Owen should have never won. Too close.
They
to
thought
the
we
show.
cheated.
We gave it to a friend.
No, we really weighed that.
We really did, but they don't believe it. I mean, but hey,
you can't make every Shart happy.
I kind of like the controversy. It kind of pulled me back in. I was getting. I was ready to let it.
They're that mad.
Mad.
Hate mail over Sharts.
What I'm hearing is maybe we have a Shart Week follow-up evening, and people have to read it out loud like a spoken word competition.
Oh my god!
And then they can vote.
So creative.
Have them go to one of your watering holes.
Live Shart.
Yeah, live Shart.
Like
swimming with sharts.
That's not bad.
Shart poetry.
Shart poetry.
You're
a shart in the dark.
You're eating your burger.
Scotty's like, shut up. I don't know. I'm just trying to have my burger with A1. Scotty leaves. He gets in the car, drives away.
I want to co-host that. Can we do that?
Yeah, we'll work on it. Hold on, it's out of our coverage area. I'm sorry.
What we're hearing is people feel like they're not being heard, right?
About their short story.
And we're going to give them a chance to be heard, and then everyone will be happy.
Well, I'm reading one a week now, so they're going to get heard.
We have a steady stream
of Shart.
Yeah. The name of the band is our artist, rather. Man, that's gross. MJ Linderman. The name of the song is Rudolph. We'll be right back. Long, hairy, hard to carry.
Oh, come on.
Get yourself a Subaru or Chevy.
That's not
Carry Chevy didn't rhyme. Sorry, I thought I had something.
What did even?
I had something.
Also, why'd you start like that?
I don't know. I don't know why.
I'll
cut it out.
Subaru, Sport Subaru, right there on John Young Parkway. Talk to Mike Stacks. Right now, they're paying top dollar for any trade-ins. So if you're looking to maybe get a Subaru, talk to Mike Stacks and see what they'll give you for your current vehicle, because you'll probably be surprised.
Yeah,
be way more than you thought. And then your payment's less.
You want an adventure vehicle, right? You want something fun.
Yeah, all-wheel drive. Plus, the Subarus hold their value. You know, I had a WRX, super fun to drive. I also had a Subaru Forester, which is
there's a reason that some like granola little old ladies die in their Subarus. It's because they're awesome and they last forever.
Yeah, plus
it's just a damn fine automobile.
They're a brand new dealership right there on John Young Parkway, 1800 John Young. Is beautiful, state of the art. They have all the new technology in their service department.
When you walk in there, it smells awesome. Yeah. It's like the brand new dealer.
Plus, they're an awesome company that basically cleaned up that whole land that that dealership's on, then donated it back.
I would not have
Florida.
Done that if it were the Tom and Dan dealership and we were selling our cars.
It's too expensive.
I would not do that.
Also, if you're looking for Chevys, J.C. Harrelson at Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont. I got my Chevy Silverado from them. My wife got her Chevy Traverse from them. It was a great vehicle.
You've purchased a ton of cars from these guys, and you've never been disappointed. That is true. He's always had a good experience.
And when you talk to Mike Stacks over at Subaru, he's going to give you the VIP treatment if he knows you're our listener.
It's an easier start. I know
you know someone. You already know. Jay-Z or Mike Stacks.
If you're an anxiety man like me, sometimes even just picking up the phone to make the call, you're like, I don't want to do this. Don't worry about it. You're talking to like guys that already expect you.
They want to give you the best deal too, and they're not going to BS you. They'll be like, "Oh, Tom and Dan listener, here's what I can do."
And if it doesn't work, trust me. I mean, they'll say like, this isn't good right now. Wait a little bit. We've got this incentive coming down the pipe.
They'll tell you the truth.
They'll tell you the truth.
It's Sport Subaru right there on John Young Parkway and Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont.
What's the queen doing?
Wait. Who?
Oh, sorry.
Oh no. What happened?
What queen?
She's on the camera, or she's
on your laptop.
I don't know. I think that's what was still the Prince Harry story. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. That was Work Unit. There you go. Wonk unit. Pardon. Wonk unit. Don't have my glasses.
Unit.
Wonk unit. It's British. Wonk unit, eh?
So, should we get right into this email?
I think we should.
Shart Week email.
I don't really have an intro because I every time we're done with Shart Week, I put it away.
Do you sure you want to eat pizza while I'm reading this, Brendan?
Bring it.
Okay, wow,
okay.
it's a challenge.
All right, it's good pizza. If the pizza's good enough, you'll eat through the diarrhea story.
From Ailstone.
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, Sam, let me start off by an apology for what you're about to read.
Oh, no.
It says, here we go. It looked like a shart. It was much worse than that. It was a cool spring morning. The dew had settled on the grass overnight, would soon evaporate, leaving the usually arid Denver climate with a hint of humidity.
Oh, great.
A feeling that had
Louis L'Amour here is writing a Western.
A feeling that had become foreign to me since I left the state of Florida and moved to Colorado in search of a better life and better opportunities. I would soon learn that the only thing I would find better were the sharts. As I made the hour-long commute to my place of business, my thoughts drifted to how greatly my opinion of my company had changed since I started here 7.5 years ago.
Oh, my God.
You do shit your pants more when you have a commute. I want to point that out.
Yeah.
Because I had a commute. Remember, the only short story I have that's really worthy of telling is when I was driving an hour to work for Ed Till in my Bronco 2, and I shit myself on the St. John's River Bridge.
A sharp pinch between my buttocks disturbed my thoughts briefly, but the pain quickly faded, and my thoughts returned to the meeting that was being held that morning. The meeting was between the man who had denied my promotion to a greater role and the employees who have been under my leadership.
Oh, this story has a villain.
Though he never made his intentions known
like it's
before the event,
everyone else's fault already.
Every fiber of my being knew that he intended to use this meeting to slander my colleagues who had turned their resignation notices following the news that my promotion had been denied. I played through the scenarios in my head of how I would interrupt his lies and explain the truth, that his incompetence had driven my peers out of the company and that I would soon follow. One scenario after another played through my mind until I finally pulled into the parking lot of the office.
I feel like this is secession or something.
It's a 3-page long email.
This is like a business.
If this doesn't end with him sharting on the manager who denied him the promotion.
My coworker Tom was in the parking lot waiting for me. He would be the lone remaining manager in our office after my departure, which was in the works unbeknownst to our despised leader, and I knew that fact weighed heavily upon him. As I parked my small Chevy Colorado, he approached the door, intent on communicating something thought of importance to him.
Sam, can you make it sound a little bit more like nerdy?
What do you mean?
Like, I need a voice. Like,
no.
Good answer.
I'm struggling to get through this.
Okay.
I stepped out of the truck and he started to ask me a question. Before he could finish his thought, I turned and leaned into the truck, reaching deep inside the vehicle for my telephone, which was in the center console. It was at that moment that I froze. I stared in absolute horror at a brown stain no less than 6 inches in diameter that had appeared in the cloth of my driver's seat. Tom had stopped talking, and I realized that my rear end was pointed up in the air, and he was probably staring at a matching brown stain on my jeans.
Oh, my God.
Fuck, I screamed, breaking my personal code of never uttering a curse over PG-13 in the workplace.
What?
I jumped back into the driver's seat of my truck and peeled out, leaving Tom just standing there, mouth agape.
No, you didn't.
Let's go back to the beginning now, and I'll take a break from the fanciful writing. A few weeks before this unfortunate event, I was taking my morning deuce, and I felt a lump between my butt cheeks as I scrubbed my third eye. I knew right then that it was definitely 100% and beyond a shadow of a doubt ass cancer. I decided to do what I would do with every other ailment that I have and ignore it until it goes away or kills me. A week later, when it had doubled in size, I started doing research and learned that it was most likely an abscess. I gathered that they are more likely when you are obese and have had
a hernia.
And COVID had certainly done a lot of damage to my normally husky figure.
I mean, I had a ball. Remember, I had the ball.
It's a hemorrhoid.
It's a hemorrhoid. You got to soak it in the hot water to get it to go away.
We talked about that last week.
This guy tried to blame COVID.
Well, he's saying you got a little heavier.
Must have been the vaccine got me.
I tried hot baths to encourage it to drain on its own.
My balls got smaller, but my hemorrhoids got bigger.
Those are your new balls, sir.
I tried hot baths to encourage it to drain on its own, and after another week, when that didn't work, I decided to take a more aggressive approach and lance the thing.
No, you don't do that. No, that's why I know this guy's full of shit. Because you don't do that. That's how you die.
That's how you die. Oh, now we're mad.
I learned 2 things from my attempt at lancing. Number 1, it's really hard to accurately poke a needle in a place you can't see, no matter how much prep work you do.
I don't like this.
Number 2,
I'm really mad.
Yeah, Tom is like,
I am non-responsive to lidocaine, so I tried to push the lance into the very sensitive area right next to my brown eye. The pain became too great to keep going. I could break the skin, but not penetrate the abscess. Next, I tried syringes. I could get those pushed into my butt, but several attempts, day after day, suck the juice out of my abscess yielded no results.
You were not trying to suck the juice out of your own abscess.
After my attempts to self-treat the problem, I decided that I would go back to my original plan and it would go away or I would die.
That's why healthcare is so important.
Right?
You know what I mean?
It is. It really is.
So important.
This is a medical problem. It's a medical problem Monday. It's Shark Week.
Yeah, like this I thought you were supposed to shit your pants, not lance the ball like the cancer.
Cut to the fateful day on the drive to work. The pinch I felt was the abscess finally popping and draining.
Oh, that must felt like good. The good as fuck.
No.
Oh, so that wasn't poop.
Oh, come on.
All of the poking must have given it an easy avenue to drain, and it did so with a gusto. There was so much more blood and pus than I ever expected because the thing had formed a deep pocket inside my butt muscle.
No.
The infected blood had turned a deep reddish-brown color that looked to my pal Tom like I had shit my pants in the truck seat. After I drove off, I scrambled for what to do next. I drove to a Home Depot nearby to use their bathroom. For whatever reason, every single employee this day made sure to acknowledge my presence. The first one directed me to the bathroom in the very back of the store. I walked past what seemed like the entire population of Denver and finally got to the bathroom where I hid in a stall and furiously scrubbed my pants and underwear with paper towels. Another dude was in the bathroom.
Go home.
Another dude was in the bathroom, and I knew...
Why is he doing this in a public place?
It's an hour away. I knew he was wondering what the hell I was doing in there, so I got out before he could see me.
This is too far to win. This is too far to win.
Well, it's not a shard either.
Well, this is like we asked for
but I'm finishing
movie.
it. God damn it!
This is like what was the best horror movie of 2023, and somebody hands you an actual snuff film and says, "Watch this." No, it's
I'm
too
pretending
much.
I'm not here anymore. I'm just going to finish.
Not even fun. Not even
I hadn't really done much for the stain on my pants, but I couldn't stay there any longer. I bought a case of water on my way out, too embarrassed to grab more items to clean my
truck. Or how
truck.
about some new pants?
I left the depot and drove down to Lowe's, where once again, every employee greeted me once I was in the door.
Just go home.
This bathroom was empty, so I was able to wet some paper towels and went through a half a dozen rounds of wet towels before...
just going around wiping his butt in public places.
You like it. If you have an abscess and a bloody ass and you're just going around to different big box store after big box store wiping your ass with cheap paper towels, you love it.
This is the most real thing that's ever happened to him in his whole life, and he was milking it for the whole day.
Before the blood stopped rubbing off on the towels and I could start using dry towels to dry up the huge wet spot I'd made. Now that the stain was mostly gone and I had a man pond wedged securely between my ass cheeks, I grabbed some cleaning solution and those heavy-duty blue shop towels. I drove around until I found a mostly abandoned area behind a shopping center.
Home.
With just one bum van watching me, and I spent the next half hour pouring bottles of water on the seat and scrubbing it. I was never able to get the stain out and ended up having to put a seat cover on it to hide the stain, as I knew that they would accuse me of purposefully damaging the truck. Mechanics being mechanics...
it's a company truck.
Yes. Mechanics being mechanics, I knew once the truck was turned in, he would tell everyone I shit the truck, and that reputation would follow me for the rest of my life. When I returned to the office, my coworker made no mention of me running off, nor did he ask where I was over the hour and a half that I was gone. He just told me that the guy in charge had indeed said a lot of things to the people to discredit me and the other managers who were leaving, and I wasn't there to stop him. The worst part was that it didn't just pop and drain the once. It continued draining for several more weeks, so I'd have to wear and constantly change my mampons to keep the blood from soaking through my pants.
Go to the hospital!
Yeah, you gotta go to the doctor, man. This is not a Shark Week
I left the job shortly after.
This is not.
I was so
This really brought the show
traumatized
down.
by the incident that I started an extreme fasting diet.
You fucking ruined the show.
You did.
I quit. You ruined the fucking show. Brendan quit. I quit. The listeners that are here, they're throwing their fucking pizza up. You ruined the fucking show.
I was traumatized by the incident. I started an extreme fasting diet. Remember that obesity is a cause, and lost 40 pounds over the next 5.5 months.
You ruined the show. I don't care.
The depression in my butt cheek remained for about the same period of time.
Don't
Tom
care.
and I have a pretty good relationship and constantly antagonize one another, but he never once brought up the event, so I know he thinks
Who is this? Somebody I know?
No, Tom was his coworker.
Oh, I thought this is you.
This incident happened before Shark Week 2021, but I didn't enter because I was so ashamed. I haven't even told my wife what happened. The company is suing me now. Fuck my life. And then he signed, I hope
For
you're
what?
happy.
Why are they
Now,
suing?
he insisted I read this.
Why are they suing you?
On the
That's
next-
not a shit
maybe
your pants
for
story.
maybe for the shit truck.
That's not a shit your pants
Well,
story.
that's why he did not get chosen as nominee, but he was really upset about it.
Oh, and they don't. A company's not going to sue you for
shitting
staying
in a
in
truck.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, they could be suing him for something else.
Stop treating this show like your confessional booth. These are not priests.
Well, Tom
They're
asked
not
for these
here to
stories.
absolve you of your sins.
That's the
and
last
your-
one.
And
No more.
Yeah.
No more.
So no more for the rest?
No, yeah,
You done?
I'm
All
done
right.
with it.
You heard it.
I can't take it
Crazy.
anymore.
He said it. He said what he
That
said.
wasn't even a true Shart.
Yeah, still
that
though.
was
No,
just-
he
none of this.
lanced his own butt.
We
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
I mean, no
He's
one's
a
going to
monster.
sponsor the show.
Yeah, you are a monster.
Like, no one,
He's a monster.
You're a horrible person if you do that. Go to the hospital.
You know what that story did make me think of, though?
That's when people show up at the hospital and the nurses are like, "You did what?
Why would you
You
do
did
that? Yeah.
what to yourself?"
Like the nurses want you to go there so you can live. They don't want you to lance your own asshole.
Yeah, and come back with like a knitting needle shoved up your butt. Like,
That-
who is this guy?
I
What's
know,
his name?
I know some nurses. They don't care if you live. Okay,
there you go.
I'm
It's
joking.
confirmed.
I'm joking. Anyway,
hate
you
that.
know-
There it is. There was the last Shart Week story you'll ever hear, I guess.
None of you ever hear. 'Cause we're not doing it on
No.
Friday
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
too much.
month.
Yeah.
Poop is funny. Accidental poop is funny. That story was ridiculous.
So,
Okay.
do you guys remember
Fair enough.
when we were younger?
that on Yelp.
When you'd use the bathroom at like grocery stores or other big stores, you had to walk into the back of like the facility and like through. Like I remember
Yeah,
Winn
yeah.
Dixie, you had to walk through
the whole store.
No, the vinyl.
the back, the vinyl,
vinyl.
and then go and
Oh,
use.
well,
Yes.
and
There's still a few that are like that.
Yeah, Tom and I are genuine Florida trashmen, and when you were a kid, you'd have to go
Yes.
through
Like the meat,
the meat
shop.
It's like these vinyl curtains that like
They
It's
were
to keep the refrigeration in.
yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
employees only too,
Yes.
and then like you walk, and then there was like the janitor's bucket, and
Yep.
then like boxes,
The warehouse.
Yeah.
So
So a bunch of
so
banana
the-
boxes.
You would use the warehouse bathroom,
Yeah.
and
All the warehouse
remember-
workers shit it up bad.
So the toe tapping homosexuals in the back who were making out in the bathroom, here you coming. You got to hear that flap of the plastic closing behind you. Hurry, get in your own stall.
like when I was
They
a
use
kid,
those flaps in like haunted houses at Halloween
Yeah,
Horror
yeah,
Nights,
yeah.
by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Scrim.
but
Flaps.
it was scary using the grocery store
Yeah.
bathroom. Like you never wanted to do it.
No.
And now they got like it's up front now, and it's clean as hell. Like
Well, well, you're
kid's
thinking
got a good-
Publix.
I remember
Even
shitting.
when Dixie
Go to your
said-
finest
gas station
Save-A-Lots.
bathrooms. My mom and dad. I remember when you'd have to go inside the gas. Well, first of all, you go inside the gas station. My dad would go in to get us. We didn't want 12 ounce cans of soda. We wanted like what were they? 16? The glass. Before we had these like
Yeah. You want a
these
glass
20
Coke.
ounces. You'd get a no, but it was a fat boy.
Oh, okay.
Like,
a
like
stubby?
this is how old I am. At 47, when I was a kid, when you'd go in a convenience store to get a bottle of soda, like a little bit bigger than a can, it would be in a stubby bottle
That's fun.
that was like 12 ounces or 16 ounces.
Oh,
but
like
it
the,
was
like the
glass.
the
Glass
Coors
stubby.
banquets, right? Where they're like the
Yeah,
little stubby.
No,
ones.
just like
Yeah.
that, except it had a twist on top, and that was you would get that right.
or like a red stripe, right?
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
red stripe.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was like a little. You'd get like all of them, Coke, Pepsi, all of them did it, and then you'd go and you'd ask the guy, "May I use get the key for the restroom?" And they'd give you a piece of wood with a fucking key on it.
Yeah.
And you'd go outside and you'd open the door, and the wood would stay in the door. Like you could lock it, but like I think the key would most of the time the key would stay inside the door, and you'd go in there. And I remember how terrified I was because all of these bathrooms were just like disgusting and scary,
Oh, yeah,
and they
yeah.
had like curse words written on the walls. And when you're a little kid and you read a curse word, you think that the person that wrote the curse word is somewhere around there. At least I do.
numbers.
I'm like the guy that wrote the N word here, or the
swastika, yeah.
is here. Or has been here, and
Yeah.
he wants
They'll
to
come back
kill.
at any time.
Yeah, and he wants to kill me.
But the gas stations haven't evolved that much. Like some of them still do have the
Dad
Yeah,
still
they
can't
do.
poop in public because he's afraid of the man with the hook.
Maybe
Wait,
that's
you're
why I
out
hate
of
Bucky so much.
But all the big stores have basically evolved where you have nicer like public restrooms for your customers.
Yeah, like all of your racetracks and stuff.
Yeah, but if you go to if you go to a Big Lots, no, that's a scary bathroom.
Is it still through the back?
Yeah, you still have a little bit of access to the warehouse.
Oh, okay,
There's no refrigeration flaps, but yeah, you still gotta. You can see all of the inventory in the back.
Just for nostalgia purposes, I want to use a warehouse
There's
bathroom.
Big Lots right here, buddy.
Go there and use it.
I like that. You should manifest that for yourself.
I go in there.
That's a good goal.
I'm like, this is where the workers shit too.
You should get a life coach. You should get a life coach.
People get paid to shit here.
With a life coach, is like, what do you want to accomplish? You should say, I want to shit in a warehouse bathroom.
Let's just knock out some dump them out segments here.
Let's do 'em. Let's do 'em. Dump them out. Hold on, where's the button?
I love this
I gotta find dump them out and
hit it.
Let's do it.
Do it.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottom mix.
You're a genius, Dan.
I don't know about that.
You're so good.
Thank you. I appreciate that,
Oh
Brendan.
my gosh.
Dump them out brought to you by justcallmo.com.
Woo!
Injured on the go, just call Mo.
All right, let's find. Do you want to do that one right here?
Yeah, well, so Daniel calls us in, me and Sam, one day.
Monday.
This week.
It was Monday.
And
Yeah.
you guys always think I'm a liar.
And then you're like,
Tom
hey.
sure does after you fake cried.
Yeah, he does.
And Daniel's like, hey, listen to this voicemail we got. And then so we all get in here,
Yeah.
and then Daniel plays
Okay, I'll
this
play
voicemail.
it. Okay, hold on. I got to find it here. Okay, here's the one. This is a weird one. Tell me if you know who this man is just by voice and real name.
Let's test Brendan.
Voice and real name. Here we go.
I don't know anybody.
Yeah, hey, this is Richard Karn. I'm leaving a voice message. That's right. I'm going to be in town for the Tampa Bay Comic-Con at the Tampa Bay Convention Center. I guess it's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So come on out. We're there. I mean, a lot of people are there. This is going to be a fun time. So come up and say hi, and that you heard this right here on this station.
Oh, he didn't even know who we were.
All right? Take care. We'll see you this week.
Who is this?
Richard Karn.
Richard
is his
Karn.
real name.
So Daniel was like, he's like, do you know who that is?
Yeah, and then I had the picture ready. I had the picture ready because I knew who it was.
I don't know who it is.
And then I was like, I didn't know either.
Okay,
and,
ready?
And then
Richard Karn. I don't have the picture, but it's Al from Tool Time.
Al Borland.
Al Borland.
From goddamn Home Improvement.
Yeah, I was like, Borland Gold!
Yeah, that's
Al's the friend, the fuzzy man.
Yeah, co-host.
He's the bear with the beard.
Yeah.
He's the reason I like hairy men who make shit.
Yeah, so why?
Well, we could have talked to him.
Yeah,
apparently.
why did Al Borland call the show? And then
His
he was
PR
like,
people gave him a list.
and we're all here. We're all hanging out, and you can hear it right here on this station. So sad.
maybe it was like, well, something must have got screwed up. At least if I leave a message that may play it for promotion, like
Which we did.
And Borland's a pro.
Yeah. This guy's good.
For real. I would not have thought to do that.
Yeah,
No,
as
that's
soon as I
great.
got a voicemail, I hang up and be like, motherfucking publicist.
Right.
Oh no! I would have. No, what I would have done is I would have gone to hang up, still be on the line, and been like, "Fucking publicist, talking a goddamn piece of shit, fucking podcast."
I wonder how
everybody's got a goddamn podcast.
Is the publicist just mining for call numbers like that?
No, I think it was just a miscommunication with some,
It
like,
worked, though.
But, no, I wanted to talk to him, but then we couldn't find his number.
Do you want to call him right now?
Back Al Borland.
All right, you want to call him right now?
No,
Oh my god, I wouldn't know what to
Why
do.
not?
I almost said Shanghai by accident. I'm trying to get better.
All right, you want to call him? Do you want to do it, or
So he's at the Tampa Bay Comic Convention this weekend.
Just say it, Brendan.
I like what you said.
You can say anything.
If you guys want to go see Al Borland, he will be at the Tampa Bay Comic Convention. I feel like we should give him the plug because he did call us.
Richard Karn. Go see Richard Karn.
Go tell him you heard. Tell him you heard his voicemail on Tom and Dan.
Because at this point, we don't.
You know what?
Need
Our buddy
to do
Eric
interviews.
is actually going there.
What's he doing at the comic convention though?
Signing autographs.
Yeah.
But like, did he do other stuff? What else?
He's done commercials for security systems.
It's like comic and pop culture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like Al Borland, like everybody knows Al Borland, especially because everybody's watching the same TV shows in the 90s. Like their share was insane because there's no internet or anything else. So you had, most people had, a couple dozen
Yeah, we're
channels.
all watching it.
He does. What are the ads that he does? He does an ad for.
He does. It's like
Pamela
medication
Anderson.
or
He knows
something.
Pamela Anderson.
He's a Flex Seal, I thought.
No, that's that fat guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then they made a speedboat out of Flex Seal, and that it's duct tape. The Flex Seal duct tape. That motherfucker's holding it. And I'm like, look at that fat. He's like, zing, 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 zing. Oh, I'm like, God damn, he has the best job.
What was he like?
Zing, 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 zing. It's awesome. He's hauling ass in that duct tape boat.
So, Brendan, have you kept up with what's happening with old Bam Margera? I don't know why we keep bringing it up. Well,
With who?
Bam Margera from Jackass.
No.
You know who he is, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he obviously
Question mark
has I think did he say he's bipolar too? Like, has he admitted that? Or
I don't
They're
know
all
anything
probably
about his
bipolar.
diagnoses.
Yeah, it seems like he's bipolar.
From
He's
everything
definitely
I've
an
heard, he
addict.
just screams he's fine.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. You think you're fine. Anyway, so he the recent news was he came out with a rap song, which I imagine.
Well, no, he just got a feature on a rap song.
Okay.
It's not his rap song. He's just featured on it.
I haven't.
So-
Was it any good?
Influence.
No.
That was a joke.
So these people that he partnered
The chorus is actually not bad.
with, are they like popular younger influencers? Rappers? Who are they? Like
Colt something?
This group is not the group of people to ask. I've never heard of these people, but
are they
Colt
like?
Shot.
I
How
like
did
the
you,
hip hop.
believe it.
it's horrible, Brendan. But I'm curious to like these because these other people in this video are younger than
I wanna see
Bam, right?
Well,
They're-
yes,
He's
they
like
are,
50 years
100%.
old.
Is it as bad?
No, no.
Is it better than the new Britney Spears song with Will I Am?
That's real bad.
It is better than this.
Yeah, the Britney song is real bad.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, the beginning
It's
of
like
it.
it's a diced up 2013 song.
Mind your
it's
business,
okay.
bitch.
It's trash.
Although it came on by accident
did
when
they
I was
just-
driving and I let it go.
It's fine.
Did you just take some old
No, I think
audio
it's new. I think
It's a mashup of something they originally recorded in 2013 and
Yeah. Supposedly there's an
supposedly
album
touched it up
coming.
2023.
We'll play it.
Okay.
It's no padam.
Okay, this is the Bam.
And there's these are the other rapper influencers he's hanging out with.
And the song is called Feel Like Bam.
Retire my jersey, fuck 'em all.
Like, this isn't bad.
Hold on, push pause.
I feel like I'm Bam.
Do you think they were like, hey, if Bam Margera does something with us, like it'll get
blow up.
it'll get on TMZ, it'll blow
We're
up.
talking about it.
They just wanted to give themselves promotion.
Yeah,
But how did they call him and be like, hey,
What are
like,
the views?
I think
He's
it's also
crazy.
skate.
Yeah, I think they might have a connection in the skate world somehow. And he's always liked these type of artists that have more of a gothy kind of a vibe. He was hanging out with this one girl. I forget her name,
Like
but
the
she's a goth
Evanescence logo
singer.
that flashed there. What was that?
What's that?
Looked like the Evanescence logo that flashed up.
Well, I mean, like it looks like that, but like he
Yeah,
likes the
the
gothier
hem,
style bands, So this is just another one, and I think it would be as easy if we were a goth podcast and he's in Florida. I think it would be as easy as just like maybe even hitting him on Instagram or Twitter and saying, "Hey, we are an up and coming band. If he's available, just have him come by our studio and do a couple tracks. It'll be fire, kid." Yeah, or so I don't know.
Don't say that.
No, but I'm just saying. I think that's what would happen. I think it's easier than you think.
But would our listeners and people think that we're just taking
Yes.
advantage of someone who's had
Yes.
mental
No.
illness?
Yes.
Because he does have mental illness and addiction problems.
Well, that's what
he's
they're doing, right?
Who doesn't?
Isn't everybody thinking that about this band? That they just
I don't
got
know.
a crazy, like an unfortunate person down on their luck to ramble on their track? That's
Is that what you think this is?
Do they get
took
hate?
advantage of him?
Absolutely they did. They found a guy that's on his, literally one step away from bottom of the barrel, and they're like,
I don't know.
If we can just get him on our song, it's going to help us.
He wasn't like eating poop or anything in the video. Like he's not doing
but they
anything
know
weird.
that they can,
in and out of rehab.
They know they can manipulate him.
Maybe they're helping him up. It's a leg up. They gave him a chance.
Brendan,
They're all singing now.
It kind of ties into, me and Daniel have seen people that are going through super hard times.
Is this why I'm on your show?
No.
Shit. He got it.
Wait a minute.
You're our gay Bam. You're our gay Bam.
Yeah.
And then it's like we could have them on the show and they'll be crazy. And then, but it's like you're just exploiting someone.
But you shouldn't do it.
That's literally why I was on Jim Colbert's show.
I don't know.
For so long. That's literally why I was there. They'd be like, say something gayer, Brendan.
No.
Say something gayer. And I'd be like, I'm not some harlequin gay clown, Jim Colbert.
No, but you're not a mentally ill addict that Bam Margera.
But I am. and that's what
you're part of the show already.
No, but this is what they're doing.
Can we play a couple more seconds?
Yeah.
I didn't hate what we heard.
Well, get to the
You
point.
gotta wait till you hear Bam's rap.
Is that him with the hair?
No. Hold on. Trying to get to Bam.
Have y'all heard any of this hip hop coming out of Paramore? Like Orlando?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
We've always had good guys.
They're all getting arrested, though.
Where's Bam?
I mean, they gave him a little tiny.
Yeah, watch me
This is it.
Family Fun Center.
Watch me at the Family Fun Center.
And I'm naked as shit. And I'm sliding aside 10 motherfuckers with a dick 10 feet wide. Oh yeah. Woo-dee-woo. Oh no. Yeah, look what I can do. So drop the mittens in the ring. Double dare Knoxville. He's gonna be there. So find out if he has the stuff.
Yeah, it's like getting a special needs person
half
to
of it
guest
doesn't
rap on your
rhyme.
song.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's like getting a person that it'd be like if we had a person that we knew that was mentally handicapped. And I'm serious. And then we had them come in, and then we're like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. And then we had them guest on our thing, and they were like, they're taking advantage of it at his lowest point.
Is the internet accusing these people of doing that, or no? Is it all?
I don't think they care. We're at a point where we don't care about humans. So if you don't care about humans, you don't care what fucking Bam does, or his family, or his kid, or his wife. You don't care.
It kind of seems like one of those NPC videos. Right? They're paying him to say stuff, and he's like, 10 feet wide.
I don't think they paid him. I don't think they paid him. All they had to do was ask him to do it. He did it. He's an egomaniac.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then it's not taking advantage.
Well, that's the thing, though.
They probably already wrote the song, and they were like, hey, let's just reach out to Bam and see if he'll jump on it.
But the reason I think they're taking advantage is because they know that he will. They know he's going to do it. They know it's going to be bad.
Yeah,
and they still do.
They know
it.
It'll get clicked.
Yeah, and if you still do it, if you know all of those things, like you
That's
know
the
that
game, man. That's the game.
It is,
and we're talking about it on your show.
But
right
if they're
now,
okay with it, see, we wouldn't do that. And I'm not saying we're any better than them. I'm just saying that I don't think that would be comfortable.
We'll get real close, but we'll
dance around it. We'll dance around it. We'll definitely say privately that we want to do it.
Like gay baiting.
We'll touch it. Just the tip.
And then right when you guys go, right when everybody's like, hold on, we're like, we're not doing it. We're not really doing it.
And we criticize other people for doing it. So that means that
we're not
fine.
Right.
Anyway.
It's too bad. The first part of the song wasn't that bad. I kind of liked it.
The chorus is not bad.
Yeah. Well, these are legitimate social media influencer rappers that just saw like, hey, we can get all the Bam.
I don't know how big they are.
It's like
they're like SoundCloud rappers.
It's like when
I love a SoundCloud rapper.
There was another person I think that took William Hung from American Idol and then had him guest on their song. It's the same thing to me. It's like
he was famous for that.
He was famous
so
for
Bam Margera.
You're right. Bad example.
So Bam Margera's
example.
famous for Jackass, all this, and then we're watching this a horrible.
We're watching him fall apart. Yeah,
with the addiction and the bipolar or whatever else, and then it's always to you invite him to do anything. Like even if it was hard pressed not to. Like if he somehow let's say Busey, which I imagine knows someone who knows Bam, right?
I think Bam has been there.
Yeah. And then so if Busey's like, hey, I can get Bam on your podcast, like I couldn't turn it down.
No.
We couldn't turn it down just for the publicity wise.
No, and I'd have to write a rap song really fast. It'd be the fastest Sam and I have ever.
I'm talking shit. Well, we'd probably do it.
I got whistling toothpicks involved. We're doing production. We're working overnight.
I want to do a rap song so bad. Can we do it again?
You have people here that will do rap songs with you. We'll do one.
The problem is when he's sitting there on the couch and then we're talking to him and then he just goes off in these crazy rants about fighting.
Knoxville, I stepped on it.
Knoxville.
I stepped on it.
Do we
on the print to hurt my moneymaker.
Do we are like, yeah, get him? Like if we started doing that, I feel like now you're taking advantage. If you're just like, hey, what's going on? But you okay?
See, I would make it trash. If we did it, it would be a good fucking song. We would write his own lyrics because obviously he can't write good lyrics.
Oh, he can't read them either.
We'll have a big flashcards.
No, it's not going to be ever
one
good.
Sentence at a time.
Yeah,
or
we'll just have him say like a word and we'll make it a drop.
Yeah.
And then
well, Christine is saying she was talking about our team and talking about we wanted to hire Corey Feldman. That's completely different. This guy
we didn't though because of this reason. Because
the Corey Feldman thing, he puts on a good performance and he's not on drugs and alcohol blasted all the time. I don't believe, and he's not tearing his family apart.
Yeah,
that's a different example.
But that's the reason why we didn't hire Corey Feldman, because we honestly looked at it. It was like $7,000, and then we're like, we could with sponsors get that together. But then all I imagined is all of us standing at Hard Rock Live, and then he's into his third
eventually
song.
it would just be me and Sam up there like cheering him on.
Well, no, it would be
everybody would leave. Everybody would leave.
It would be they wouldn't leave, but it loses the the
doses,
the funny part aspect of it. It's like you're watching clips on the internet, but now we're all standing there, and then he's getting through some guitar solo, and then we're all
he's just trying to be a real musician and do his thing.
He takes it very seriously.
But then it would get awkward for all of us, and that's what I'm saying. Like how you could do it in tiny clips or something like that. But
how would Brendan explain that to Ivan?
How would you explain? Can you get Ivan to come to the show?
We'll write a rap.
You want Ivan on the show?
That's right.
Of course. Yeah. We're gonna write a rap for Ivan and have Ivan come in and rap on the track.
You better make it a Friday show because he has no filter.
Of course.
We can have him diss
next
Prince
time we
Harry.
have you in, maybe.
He has seen some shit.
I just wanted to tell the stories.
Or not seen some shit.
Yeah, I just want to sit and listen, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
What else we got?
Oh, yeah.
Maisie's now on Roblox, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I have to tell you because you called it. You said eventually it will happen. It happened.
Video game.
She's playing the stupid Roblox now.
I don't know what that is.
Why are all the games shitty on Roblox?
Because they're created.
They're peer created, right?
Peer created games.
Yeah. Where is the
ones,
standardization?
There is
no. Yeah. See, it's a wild west of the internet.
Yeah, they are all broken. None of them work. The one game she went in was called Puppy Adoption. And she came out of her home, and then it said, go to the adoption center, and she was running down the street, and I kid you not, a Lamborghini pulled up, and 5 teens got out with handguns and shot her dead. In the game. I watched it.
What? Yeah, but it's big, square, balloony guns.
Yeah, it's big square, but they all and then all of her little parts of her body just blew away.
My God.
I was like, this is not good.
Or it gets worse.
Okay, thank you.
You were going to say it's fine, and you stopped yourself mid-it's fine, and said it gets worse.
Have her play Doors. There's better
Doors,
games.
okay. She did one that was like,
it's a door of horrors. You're like, wait a minute.
One of them
like
was
PC, phone, like what is it?
Xbox. One was Climb Your Way to Heaven, and it was like different. What? It was staircases that go to the sky, and then when you make your way to the top in the sky, then you spin a wheel and it gives you a shirt.
I have a Roblox account on my own account that I use to play with the boys sometimes.
That's what's wrong.
And then they all get in together and play.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's just
on
for
the
kids.
internet. Huh?
It's meant just for kids?
No, there's a lot of pedophiles there, too.
It's only kids and pedophiles.
It's just kids and adults that don't belong there. Standard internet.
You have to wear pants.
It's just a bunch of, like, the games are
give
horrible.
me the good ones that are better, because I'm trying to, like, not be a grumpy old man. Okay, Doors.
We play this other game where you...
And I need your name so we can play together.
It's like,
Floors.
Doors, stores.
Cores. Light.
Cores.
This other game where it's this
Doors Light is funny.
What about the shark? They released the shark.
Well,
do you do that one? They released.
Oh my God! What?
There's a game where this character called Sanic, who is Sonic the Hedgehog, but 2D and drawn by...
He's red.
It's just like a 2D...
Satanic Sonic.
Bad drawn Sonic. It's called Sanic. And then, you start off the game and you have to... When he gets close to you, the music starts and you have to hide in a closet.
I like that one. Send me that one. Send me that one. Brendan used to play a lot of Sanic.
That was called Samic.
Go to hide in the closet.
It's called Uncle Tom.
Have your Canadian dad banging on the closet. Like, get out of there.
It's called Uncle Tom staying over for the night. Uncle Tom the babysitter.
Don't say Uncle Tom. You can't say that.
You can't say that.
We know where we're stopping now.
The most frustrating part of it, though, is that I'm like, there's better
that's what I was telling you.
CGI out there.
That's what I argued with her. I go,
want that.
why don't you want to play the games that are beautiful? Why don't you want to play the games that work? I said, this game, we've had to reboot this Roblox game 5 times because you get stuck because it's not a good game. Whoever made this game's a moron.
No, just play whatever games you want.
No, not Roblox. I'm talking whoever made the game. It's a terrible game.
It's all just garbage.
It's not even good.
What do you want her to play?
Fall Guys, Call of Duty.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
real game.
Nicki Minaj is going to be on Call of Duty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's been playing, Maisie's been playing Lucky's Tale. She's been playing, we have this drumming game called Tika Tuchu. It's a Japanese game.
Yeah.
I don't know any of it, but you just drum. You play like those traditional.
That one's fun.
Yeah, it's a great game. She loves that one. We drum together. Like we play like all of those games. But man, the Roblox games are just trash. None of them are good.
I've been telling you this for a while.
I know. And then she gets mad.
There are good ones, but I think your kids probably are picking the bad
Well,
ones.
Maisie defends it. Like I go, these games are terrible, and she's like, "Don't say that."
They're attracted to the bad ones. It's like addicted.
Well, maybe that's fun. It's like a reaction to them getting too real, and now it's like you want to play the ones that are kind of derpy. You know.
I play Goose Simulator. It's fine.
Well, Goat Simulator, Goose Simulator, all those are fun. But this game, it doesn't
like Sim, but
it doesn't work. Like for instance, Maisie will like spawn her character, and then she'll run for an elevator or something and get in it, and then she'll be like, "I don't know what to do. It's frozen," and I'm like,
"You just glitch out.
It's over."
It's a terrible game.
It's made by some Korean 14-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, they have autism.
Exactly. Yeah, he worked really hard on it. It's not bad.
Very specific.
Let's talk about the Drake brawl. Thing.
So
what is this?
Some woman in New York at one of his shows threw her bra on stage.
It was me.
And then he picks it up, and it's a 36G.
I got it here. Here's the video of Drake picking up the massive bra.
Now, what is
36G? Locate this woman immediately.
And now Playboy has reached out to her and wants to offer her a job.
They found her?
They did find her.
Oh, she's cute.
Oh, there she is. Wow.
So, give me an idea what
she is.
G size.
Wait a minute. I know who that is. That's a porn star. Hold on.
I don't think so. Because
it absolutely is. She's from Orlando.
What? How do you know?
Absolutely, I know she's from Orlando. I follow her.
Pornlock Holmes.
Yeah, I'm Pornlock Holmes. Look up Jessica Vega. Look up Jessica Vega. That's Jessica Vega. She's an Orlando porn star.
How does you know? I can't even see the TV.
No, right there. I can see her face.
So this is Jessica Vega, the porn star?
It looks like Jessica Vega, the porn star.
She's 21.
That looks like Jessica. Oh, it's not her. Never mind.
It's not. This girl's Veronica Correa.
But she got the big O's.
She looks like a foodie influencer.
Yeah, she is correct.
So what? Okay, how big is that? Sam, what
count.
Sam,
no, okay. So
in relation to your boobs,
no,
that's like 4 sizes bigger than mine.
4 sizes? How much bigger is one size?
Oh, he's gonna want to quantify it.
How am I supposed to know? Like, if you tell me you have a size 14 shoe, I'm like, okay, I get it because I know what a size.
Those are like can
shoe.
crushers. Like if you ever,
they're
see
like
those
the
videos
Brendas, probably. What size is your bras?
I actually don't wear bras.
Oh,
yeah,
they're too big. They're just big Nerf balls that just kind of hold on to the hair on my chest.
Like, is it bowling ball size?
Dude, it's bigger than that bucket hat.
Yeah, like
it's bigger than this bucket hat.
Oh my God, bigger than a bucket hat.
The cup is bigger than this.
Her poor back.
I know.
Those are humongous titties, though, right?
Yeah. I didn't exactly know how big that was.
Do the nipples? Okay, you know, like when you
print nipples.
You know, like when you print a Tom and Dan logo on a shirt. You print it on a small, a medium, a large, an XL. Yeah. They all look pretty much the same. But when you start printing it on like a 5XL, you got to beef up the logo a little bit to make it look
like, like a postage stamp.
Does science and evolution and or God take that into account when giving a breast? Can you have a big old jumbo with a little pinprick of a nipple? Or does it normally follow suit where if you have a jumbo big tit that you got a decent-sized nipple?
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, I don't want you on the show then.
But I would guess that just like, if someone's 8 foot tall.
Big dick.
Yeah, it's like all his
Not
body
true.
parts are bigger,
Not
right?
true.
No?
No, I'll tell you. I've been unpleasantly surprised.
Really?
Yeah, and sometimes short guys got big dicks too.
Hey.
Well, I know there's anomalies, but if you're if you're Andre the Giant, we just had a giant in here who gave us pizza. He's got to have
the first time in the history that a giant gave something instead of taking away.
That's true.
Yeah, normally they stomp the village, steal the pumpkins.
It's got to be somewhat proportional, like
Not
what I'm
always.
saying, to the
No.
like you could have a
It's
micro
all over the
small
place,
one.
man.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
All over. There's
The
no
chat room,
standard.
Dan Paul said, Dan has obviously never searched giant areolas. I haven't, but I've seen them. I've seen the areolas that are so big that the titty looks like you just dumped it in a paint bucket. And the bottom of it is the nipple. And it's all colorful. It looks like one of those gold-toed socks you buy at a fancy men's store.
But I don't think it has any correlation with the size of the boob. And Daniel was asking if you have that size boobs, do you have bigger nipples?
And a lot of people say that little nipple, like I'll tell you right now, little nipples and humongous nipples are the way to go. Middle nipples, nobody gives a fuck about middle nipples. But you got guys that love the big ploppers, the big ploppers with they dunk.
You got little nipples.
Where the nipples, I have little nipples.
I do too.
And then like a lot of guys like the tiny, almost like perfect tiny nipple.
Yeah.
But the middle nipple, people are like, fuck middle nipples. We don't care.
Well, you want the extreme in life.
You want the extremes in life.
Yeah.
It's like you don't go, when you go to the wing place, you don't order the middle wings. You either go mild or 3 Mile Island.
So what's happening with this chick? She got
an offer from Playboy, and I think she's going to take it.
She should.
Now, what
21?
How does Playboy?
They do mostly online content now.
Is that her talking on the bottom?
Yeah.
So I wonder what
she's not as cute.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't want to be mean.
You doll her up a little bit.
Could
I didn't want to be mean. I think I have to airbrush her entire face.
I'm gay. I can say it.
This kind of ties.
I didn't
in
say that. Brendan did.
To the beginning of the show. Could she make more money just releasing her
OnlyFans?
own content on OnlyFans
Right now?
100% she
Then
could.
get paid by Playboy.
She should do both.
Yeah, she should.
Yeah, they
Well,
can't pony up.
I'm sure if she's under contract, or if she goes under contract with Playboy, they probably have that. Like, you're not allowed to release your own content, especially before we
I don't
release.
think they're doing that anymore. I think
No?
Those have loosened up quite a bit.
Yeah,
because they know people won't sign.
and you're kind of driving more traffic, and I don't know. There's another Nick. You might have had him on your show, Nick Pulo.
Pupo?
Pupo?
You know what I'm talking about? He's like 8 feet tall.
No, that's not Nick
He was
Pupo.
the bad guy in the Indiana Jones show at Disney, and then he started modeling. Now he has an OnlyFans show. He's gay for pay now. I don't even know if he's gay, but he made that transition.
Can we get an interview with him?
You don't have to be gay for pay. A lot of straight guys just
do it.
show it and hey,
But then
guys
The
sign
villain
up.
from Indiana Jones is gay.
Yes!
It's like
I
I
knew
know
it.
it's a heart. It's like
a
her heart.
mountain from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He's
He's like-
Smushing a
Yeah.
dick now.
Nick Bosa?
Yeah, he was holding the heart and
Someone
it
just
burst
asked-
into flames.
I don't know who that is. That's a football player.
Indiana Jones shot him.
Who yelled at Nick Bosa?
I did. Because the chat said it.
The football player Nick Bosa. Nick, did you guys hear? Nick Bosa's the gay Indiana Jones villain.
Pulos.
Nick Pulos.
Pulos.
I'm looking it up.
And he's signed by like a modeling agency now, or a porn thing. But now he does his own OnlyFans too.
Wow.
And he's local. You should pull that up. Can you pull him up?
I'm trying to. Yeah,
Not his OnlyFans, but just so everybody can see.
he's
what
a
he looks like.
ginormous man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm signing up for his OnlyFans.
Yeah, he's a Hulk. I mean, this guy is.
Yeah, I love him.
He's
My
a,
God.
He's a beefcake.
I see him sometimes. I see him around town. I'll see him
Where?
at Publix or something. And I'll be like,
Which Publix?
I've seen him walking around
Shut
here.
up right now, Nick Pulos. You better turn around. You better
That,
walk away from this.
that
right
top-
now.
I'm getting so horny.
That
We're
top
gonna get in trouble.
photo on his Instagram.
You talk to me. Things
at
are
that
going to
one.
happen.
No, he's got one on his Instagram that's just him with a dish towel on his dick.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's it.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'd have to have the dish towel hold my dick. I
used to have a friend who would bartend like that at Parliament House. He'd put a little dish towel. He'd be naked, completely naked, but he'd put a dish towel on his junk.
How does he keep it there? String?
I think he had I don't know, it would just hold his balls were so big.
Use spray adhesive.
I don't know. You have a belt or something into it.
Yeah,
Force of will.
You could tie a string, a fishing line around your waist and then hang the towel over the top.
You could do that.
I might wear that in Atlanta.
Are you going to say so, Brendan?
No. Okay. I think we're done here.
I think Dan wanted to end on the sound effect machine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So this is just something I remember that popped up in the middle of the night last night that I just wanted to mention to you guys. Okay. Do you guys remember, and I want to make one of these for the show, that has different drops of us and maybe sound effects that we like. But do you remember you'd get a little black keychain, and Andrea said that this was never a thing, but there was a little black keychain that my dad had, and you'd press the red, it was a black keychain, and you'd press the red button, and it'd be like, fucking jerk, piece of shit, piece of fucking jerk, piece of shit.
Like a sound effect keychain?
Piece of shit, fucking jerk. Like it would say crazy funny and I remember that at one point that was the top tier of party. Like something you bring to a party, nothing could beat it.
Yeah.
If you had that and went to I got a sound effect, fucking jerk. And you'd hit it and you'd play it, and then people would be turning around. Who said that?
I thought you
that
were
was
talking,
top tier.
When in the 90s, I remember going to the magic shop, and then they showed in Old Town, and then they sold a remote control thing you could hit a button, and it was a fart machine. It would play
the fart machine. And then I saw those at Spencer's.
And then you put it underneath someone's chair.
My car does that.
And it wouldn't. Don't get too far; it won't work.
Remember when Spencer's would also sell fucking canes with mirrors on the bottom of them? And I'm like, why are you selling this in the mall?
They did. They probably still do.
Yeah.
You know the Spencer's.
The fuck?
You know the Spencer's
You
in
remember
Florida. You know Fashion Square. The Spencer's is still. Andrea went in Fashion Square Mall. I don't know why I didn't ask. I was like, why are you in the mall? And Andrea said the Spencer's in the Fashion Square Mall had 300 people in it. She said it was spilling out people partying in there.
It's nostalgia.
Yeah, it's the only thing in there.
They sell dildos in there now.
It's the only thing in the mall.
No, Macy's is still there, right?
That doesn't count.
At the Florida Mall, yeah.
Doesn't count.
Here's something.
There's a Spanish radio station.
Here's a crime, yeah.
Sexual assault.
Right.
The only reason to even have it.
Right.
It's there's no other, you're not searching for bombs in fucking UN.
Yeah. But if I needed to.
Only looking at, who knows, upskirt, it's here you go. We sell this at a corporation.
Oh man, Kareem in our Twitch chat room says he had one of those keychains that said only Mr. T phrases.
Ooh, nice.
That's pretty fucking good.
So wait, you were presenting this. You want to do one with our
all of our from the show?
Yeah, I think
we could have everybody saying some shit.
All right,
Tony, look that up. He could get that.
Yeah, yours could be whoa, whoa, or you could be
That's fine.
You could be stores.
I just yell. Yeah, but
radio.
What if it's just you doing all
it's
of our voices?
It's probably just going to all be Tom because I don't really know what you would do.
Yeah,
for
I don't
me.
really. It's great. Yeah. I mean,
we'll figure something
There's
out. A sound effect that I was about to do, but we can't do
the macaroni and cheese.
No. There's also the dump them out sound effect.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Yeah, boom, 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 boom.
That's two titties coming out. It's boom, boom. There's one up, one down, because they're all always different weights.
Yeah.
There's all Andrea's left titty is a little lighter than her right titty.
Like testicles.
So it's boom, boom.
Semantics.
God damn it.
Is it going to be on this weekend?
Well, tonight we'll be on Twitch, twitch.tv/semantics media. We're going to be playing, hopefully, the new Disney Illusion Island that just came out today.
Yes, I ordered that too.
So we'll be twitching around 7 p.m. tonight. If you want to jump in the chat, semanticspodcast.com for everything semantics. And you heard about this one. Will be coming out this Sunday, hosted by Derek. And he's going to talk about, do you guys remember the online puzzle game Not Prawn? Anyone heard of that?
Not prawn?
Not prawn.
I don't remember that.
It's about a fake shrimp.
Well, it's hailed to be the hardest riddle available on the internet. So it's
I'm
an
not
online
familiar
puzzle
with this.
and internet game. I had never heard of it either,
Cool.
but he tells me all about it. And then I started to try to play it, and I don't think I'll ever be able to finish that.
Yeah. I like the ones that are stuff that I have absolutely no clue of, because that's more fun for me. If I know a little bit about it and I go in with a preconceived notion, I like it when it's I've never heard of that. Like there was one documentary that came up on my just on my timeline on TikTok called Karateka. Do you remember that game, Karateka?
No, what is it?
Karateka? Maybe it's called Karateka. I think I'm butchering the name. Karateka.
Sexy carrots.
No, it was a beautiful game, way ahead of its time, called Karateka. And I had it as a kid. You ever have a memory where you're like looking at something and it's been tucked back there and you have no recollection of it, and then you see something and you're like, holy shit, I had that.
Just picturing a bunch of buddies sitting at home watching carrot porn. It's called Karateka. This rabbit's like, flip, 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 flip.
So this is Karateka. It's going to be a documentary. Check it out. I'm telling you.
Brendan, what's on the show tonight? Bungalow on the bus?
We went to Cappy's.
Cappy's.
Yeah, with our boy Mo DeWitt. And they made an announcement. They're opening a stall at Exploria Stadium. Which is very exciting. Yeah. Actually, I just gave you the exclusive here.
God damn it, Brendan.
Cappy's has been around for 45 years, right?
Yeah. And he has a food truck, and then now they have a stall that'll be at all the soccer games. Because Adam, the son, who's really running the show now, his mom's still involved. Adam is all about growing the brand, and he's a huge soccer fan. He goes to all of it.
That's great, man.
Adam Cappy Jr.? His last name's not Cappy. I don't mind. If you name your store after something, you better be that name.
I like that too.
The original owners, it was their last name. Or something like that, yeah.
Like you have to change your name. If you're the son who's running, you have to change your name to Cappy.
Or we will accept you saying not the real Cappy.
Right? He had a son, he called Busta Cappy.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Welcome to the stage, Busta Cappy.
I don't like that one.
Because you didn't come up with it? My God.
He doesn't like it when other people play.
All right. We've got a bunch of shows next week.
Yeah. Really, really fun stuff that I think you guys are going to really like. I'm going to Atlanta. If you're going to any Braves games or Falcons training camp, slide into my email, dan@tomandan.com.
Yeah, but we won't be doing any live content on Twitch or YouTube or anything like that. But
tons of new content, just not live.
Yeah, we will have all the podcasts out at regular time. So I hope you enjoy. We came up with a theme for ACT for next week.
Well, you did. It was a great idea, man, and I thank you for thinking of that.
Got a wife cast for next Friday's free show.
Yeah, you can find the video of that if you're really looking for it.
We got a best of Tom stories on the BDM show this week that Casey's putting together. So it's basically all the stories I've told throughout the years, all bunched together. You're going to hear long-winded.
It's going to be great. It's like 6.5 hours.
That would be torture for my wife, by the way. If
you should play it for
it would be like I don't want to call it the Agent Orange, or where they hold your eyeball.
Clockwork Orange. Agent Orange killed men. I believe it was.
Damn it, man.
It would be that
mustard gas.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We will see you when we get back.
Bye, y'all.
Hold it, fellas. Look, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.